Ye. Dumiman ka't magkanta, pasalamat king Mimye. Pampanga, 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 Pampanga. Anyaman nga ning pamangan, ing lutong kapampangan, sisig, pindang at puro, tagilok, kamaru.
Mga sanggulang lang, kilo, pangat, asado, pansit, luglug, talangka, pirinipe sa uman. Megenik, cookie ka, malahos ka, Pampanga. Megenik, cookie ka, mamasyal ka, Pampanga. Abe-abe, tuki-tuki, libot-libot, turot-turot, etupe, abe, mamasyal ka, Pampanga.
Palenamig mo king lagu, kailangan dumayo. King patag man o bundok, dumurot ka bunto.
Megenik, cookie ka, malahos ka, Pampanga. Megenik, cookie ka, mamasyal ka, Pampanga. Abe-abe, tuki-tuki, libot-libot, turot-turot, etupe, abe,
Mamasyal ka, Pampanga.
isang bantang pagmarakul, matmong bale ng apu, marang let,
panahon, kay gandang pagmasdan, beldeng kapaligiran, simoy ng hangin, kay sarap lang hapin, at walang polusyon, saan man tumingin. May pag-asa pa ba, kayang tatanawin, maibabalik pa ba ang sariwang hangin? Mga huni ng ipon, maririnig pa ba natin, maibabalik pa ba ang berdeng tanawin? Tayo lang kumilos mga kaibigan, tama lang pagsira sa kapaligiran. Nasa ating kamay ang kinabukasan, susunod na lahing ating maiiwan. May pag-asa ba, aking kaibigan? Magsama-sama tayo sa iisang hakbang. Ang pangalagaan, ang kapaligiran, sa pagpapatnubay ng buong may kapal. Tayo lang kumilos mga kaibigan, tama ng pagsira sa kapaligiran. Nasa ating kamay ang kinabukasan, susunod na lahing ating maiiwan. Turuan natin ang kabataan kung paano ingatan ating kalikasan, upang ibalik kahapon natin. Tayo lang kumilos mga kaibigan, tama ng pagsira sa kapaligiran. Nasa ating kamay ang kinabukasan, susunod na lahing ating maiiwan. Tayo lang kumilos mga kaibigan, tama ng pagsira sa kapaligiran. Nasa ating kamay ang kinabukasan, susunod na lahing ating
This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
bring you today's burning issues and the hottest news here on News Force.
Here are today's headlines. Philippine hospitality shown during ASEAN leaders' arrival gala dinner. President Duterte formally opens 31st ASEAN Summit and related meetings. Terrorism and illegal drug trade among priority agenda in ASEAN meetings. Former Chief Justice Renato Corona's heirs appeal to Sandigan Bayan on subpoena on bank records. Bureau of Immigration says 81 foreigners to face probe on violation of cybercrime law. Sexual allegations roil U.S. Senate race. And Shawn Mendes beats Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran for MTV's VMA's Top Prize. Fair and balanced news, comprehensive reports that take you to the heart of the action. This is News Force.
Sunday marked the completion of powerful heads of state attending the 31st Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN Summit and related summits. But before their discussion of crucial issues in Southeast Asia and its neighboring countries, a light and festive celebration was held to welcome the VIPs. Mai Bermudez with the story.
The beat of drums that reminisces Filipino fiesta warmly welcomed ASEAN and world leaders in Clark, Pampanga. Starting Saturday, Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Sen and the controversial Myanmar State Councilor Aung San Suu Kyi disembarked at the Clark International Airport. On Sunday, several world leaders also arrived in the Philo gathering. This included Prime Minister Thongloun Sisulit from Laos, Indonesian President Joko Widodo, Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak, Singaporean Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong, New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull, Vietnam Prime Minister Nguyen Xuan Phuc, Brunei's Sultan Hassan Al Bolkiah, and Thailand's Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha. For the second time, Canada's Justin Trudeau also visited the Philippines for the said gathering and even stopped by at a popular Filipino fast food chain before attending the gala celebration at SMX Convention Center in Pasay City. At 5:45 in the afternoon of Sunday, U.S. President Donald Trump set his foot at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport. He announced his arrival via Twitter after several minutes. During the official start of the gala dinner at the SMX Convention Center, President Rodrigo Duterte granted U.S. President Trump's request for him to sing, and he chose Ikaw with singer Pelita Corrales.
Commander-in-Chief of the United States.
The president meantime made a pitch before the regional and world leaders to unite against illegal drugs and terrorism and underscored the importance of peace and stability in the region. For GNN, the Global News Network, this is Mai Bermudez.
President Rodrigo Duterte led some of the most powerful names in the world as the 31st ASEAN Summit formally opens Monday morning. In a speech he delivered during the ceremony, President Duterte thanked the international community and ASEAN brothers for the assistance they extended in dealing with the situation in Marawi City. President Duterte also said the next 2 days present an excellent opportunity for the bloc to engage in meaningful talks on matters of regional and international importance, such as terrorism and illegal drug trade. Rach Marquez will tell us more.
President Rodrigo Duterte led the opening of the 31st Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN Summit and related meetings at the Cultural Center of the Philippines Monday morning. The opening ceremony signals the beginning of talks among Southeast Asian leaders and the regional bloc's dialogue partners. President Duterte began his speech by recounting the 5 months-long siege in Marawi City. The president expressed gratitude to the international community and ASEAN brothers for the help they have extended to the Philippines.
We thank our international partners for providing assistance in dealing with the situation in Marawi City. Our ASEAN brothers provided support by sending relief items for the benefit of the internally displaced persons, while others provided valuable assistance and bolstered our military campaign.
While apologizing for setting the tone on such a somber note, President Duterte emphasized that the meetings present an excellent opportunity for the bloc to engage in meaningful discussion on matters of regional and international importance, such as terrorism. According to him, terrorism and violent extremism are threats that know no boundaries. The president also highlighted piracy and armed robbery, saying these threaten economic growth. The problem in illegal drug trade took the spotlight, as President Duterte emphasizes this continues to pose danger.
But I only want to emphasize that our meetings for the next 2 days present an excellent opportunity for us to engage in meaningful discussion on matters of regional and international importance. The menace of illegal drug trade continues to endanger the very fabric of our societies.
These and other issues, he said, are high on the agenda of their meetings, along with other non-traditional security concerns that challenge the prosperity of the bloc's economies, the integrity of their institutions, and the security of their people. He also announced that ASEAN member states have come to an agreement on the Asian Consensus on the protection and promotion of rights of migrant workers. He said he will be joining other ASEAN leaders on Tuesday in signing a landmark document that will strengthen social protection, access to justice, humane and fair treatment, and access to health services. In a statement, the Department of Foreign Affairs said the leaders of ASEAN and China are also expected to announce the start of talks on the Code of Conduct in the South China Sea, following the adoption of the framework of the COC by the foreign ministers of ASEAN and China last August in Manila. Aside from this, the leaders will also tackle people-focused issues such as global and regional economic outlook, economic integration, women empowerment, malnutrition, climate change, youth, and poverty. For GNN, the Global News Network, this is Rach Marquez.
Right after the opening ceremony at the Cultural Center of the Philippines, heads of state have moved to the Philippine International Convention Center of the 31st ASEAN Summit. President Duterte has chaired this, where leaders discussed most pressing regional and international issues of the bloc and its global partners. Here's Rosan de la Cruz with the details.
More than 20 leaders, delegates, and officials from Association of Southeast Asian Nations and its dialogue partners arrived at the Philippine International Convention Center for the 31st ASEAN Summit. Prior to the plenary was the opening ceremony of the summit, which signaled the start of the round of talks between the leaders of the regional bloc as well as the region's dialogue partners. The Philippine president, who is this year's ASEAN chairman, began his opening remarks in the ceremony mentioning the battle in Marawi City, southern part of the Philippines, that was made by the Maute group, who is said to have pledged allegiance to the Islamic State. During his speech, he said he wants to emphasize that their meetings for the next 2 days present an excellent opportunity for the bloc to engage in meaningful discussion on matter of regional and international importance. President Duterte chaired the 31st ASEAN Summit plenary, where the regional bloc and its dialogue partners leaders gathered to discuss the implementation of the ASEAN Community Vision 2025 and the way forward, and the appointment of the new Secretary General of ASEAN. The leaders will also exchange views on pressing regional and international issues. Among the most pressing issues of the bloc are the North Korean missile tests, Muslim militants and terrorism and violent extremism issues, Rohingya dilemma, and the territorial dispute in the South China Sea. However, as for the chair, the issues that are high on the agenda of their meetings include terrorism, violent extremism, piracy and armed robbery, and the menace of illegal drug trade, and other non-traditional security issues that challenge the prosperity of the bloc's economies, the integrity of their institutions, and the security of the people. Included in the activities on Monday are the ASEAN Business and Investment Summit, Philippines-United States bilateral meeting, ASEAN's 40th anniversary commemorative summit with the United States of America, the 20th ASEAN-China Summit, 19th ASEAN Republic of Korea Summit, 20th ASEAN-Japan Summit, and the 9th ASEAN-UN Summit. For GNN, the Global News Network, this is Rosan de la Cruz.
With the recent launching of the revised Implementing Rules and Regulations, or IRR, of the controversial reproductive health law in Cebu, the government seeks its full implementation soon. If implemented, the country could expect a drop on its maternal mortality rate by about 50%, according to Health Undersecretary Hermenegildo Valle. As of the moment, what the law needs is the Food and Drug Administration to release the resolution that would lead to the lifting of the restraining order. The resolution will reportedly reclassify certain commodities as non-abortifacient. Contraceptives found as such will then be issued certificates of product registration. Diwa Party List Representative Emily Naglipay Villar wants National Malunggay Month declared in November to recognize the health, social and agricultural and environmental values of the said plant. The lawmaker filed House Bill 4173, or the proposed Malunggay Development Act, seeking to provide funding requirements for the production, marketing and processing of malunggay. This act includes the establishment of Malunggay Development Fund, seeking an initial 50 million peso budget, and the declaration of National Malunggay Month in November. Villar urged involved government agencies, state universities and colleges, farmers groups, local government officials, and the private sector to formulate measures, programs, and projects for the development of malunggay industry. Meantime, all hospitals operated by the Department of Health in NCR's Central Luzon and Calabar Zone are now under Code Blue Alert for the 31st ASEAN Summit. Under the said alert, 50% of all hospital employees shall report to work to provide medical and other services. As per Health's Undersecretary Hermenegildo Valle, they are lifting the code blue due to perceived higher possibility of needing for an emergency response in the ASEAN event. The said hospital started on Code Blue on Sunday, November 12, and will remain until Wednesday, November 15. Last month, President Duterte handed over the control of the war on drugs to the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency after the Philippine National Police was marred with allegations of police abuses. However, recently, the president revealed that he has not spoken with PDEA's officials, and if he finds out that there has been an increase in the number of drug users and pushers, he will once again transfer the leadership on the anti-drug campaign to the PNP. Chrissy de Matulak reports.
The administration's anti-drug campaign has been starting conversations worldwide since its implementation last year, according to police data released early this year. Because of the government's hard crackdown on illegal narcotics, there was a 26.45% drop in the estimated total drug market in the country. However, beyond the numbers, the campaign was surrounded with allegations of police abuses and extrajudicial killings. This prompted President Rodrigo Duterte to transfer control of the war on drugs, a drive previously handled by the Philippine National Police, to the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency. Fresh from the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in Vietnam, President Duterte revealed that he has not met up with PDEA officials.
I have allowed PDEA to have the exclusive. So mawala na yun, nawala na. For the longest time, I haven't had any talk with the PDEA.
The president said if he finds out the number of drug users and pushers have once again increased, he would transfer the war on drugs back to the police.
Titignan ko lang kung tataas. Pagkatataas, babalik ang pulis. Pag magbalik ang pulis, yun ang trabaho nila. Destroy the drug syndicates.
During the opening of the 31st Association of Southeast Asian Nations Summit, this year's Chair President Duterte made a pitch before regional and world leaders to unite against illegal substances and terrorism, as he underscored the importance of maintaining peace and stability in the region. For GNN, the Global News Network, this is Chrissy De Matulap.
Contrary to expectations, United States President Donald Trump did not raise the issue of human rights violations with President Duterte. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque, right after the bilateral meeting, said the controversial issue did not arise because it was not brought up. However, Roque added it was President Duterte who brought it up, but Trump did not voice any stance on the matter. Meanwhile, Trump thanked ASEAN 2017 Chairman President Duterte for the warm welcome and hospitality, further commending the Philippines chief executive for the successful conduct of the international event. Former Chief Justice Renato Corona's heirs appeal to Sandigan Bayan on subpoena on bank records. Bureau of Immigration says 81 foreigners to face probe for violation of cybercrime law. And Dole releases pay rules to observe during 3-day ASEAN holiday. Stay tuned for those stories and more reports when News 4 returns.
For more details, please call your travel agents or visit China Airlines website at www.china-airlines.com.
Introducing the new bike M20 with Ultra Space. Hands-free Bluetooth.
LED light sets, multifunctional steering wheel, electronic power steering, new fashionable compact MPV. Experience the Bike M20.
The all-new Ogawa Master Drive. Satisfaction in every way. Delivering a comprehensive back massage. With master-like precision in every motion. Exclusive 3D knee therapy takes you on an enhanced reflexology journey. Ogawa Master Drive. Reflection of a true master.
Hot and stylish fashion items for women.
And the unique products for men.
Being in top shape with health and wellness.
Grab and get with your Get Go gadget.
Be anywhere around the world with easy travel.
Choose from our gifts and souvenirs.
Amazing items for our precious pets.
Automotive parts and essentials.
Make your everyday living worthwhile with Home and Living.
Special gifts for our kids.
Shop anytime, anywhere.
Easy does it.
Ang paborito namin candy, sarap ng Dolce Gummy, mula prutas na fruity, fruity pa! Tamis na chunky choco, ma-creamy Bonami, lamig dala ng V-Fresh at sobrang chewy frutos! Mochi, fruity pa, chunky, Bonami, V-Fresh at frutos, aming pasasalamat sa pagmamahal niyong tunay mula sa Colombia!
Former Chief Justice Renato Corona's heirs appealed to Sandigan Bayan on the subpoena on the former Chief Justice's and his wife's bank records. Here's the news.
In a 17-page motion for reconsideration filed before the Anti-Graft Court's 2nd Division, Cristina Corona, wife of late Supreme Court Justice Renato Corona, has appealed to the Sandigan Bayan to reconsider its resolution, allowing the Office of the Ombudsman to scrutinize her and her husband's bank accounts. This scrutiny is in connection with their 130.59 million peso civil forfeiture case. In the appeal, Cristina and their 3 children, Maria Carla Beatriz Castillo, Francis Corona and Charina Salgado, explained that since the requested subpoena are unreasonable and oppressive with respect to the subpoenaed officials and their banks, the Sandigan Bayan, through its earlier resolution dated 28 of April 2016, correctly quashed the subpoena it previously issued to the prosecution's prospective witnesses. The Coronas meantime reiterated that the confidentiality of bank records is guaranteed not only under Republic Act 1405 or the Bank Secrecy Law, but also under RA 6426 or the Foreign Currency Deposit Act. Moreover, they indicated that RA 6426 is clear in stating that the only exception to the secrecy of foreign currency deposits is when there is a written permission from the depositor for his or her bank records disclosure. Mrs. Corona underscored that the presentation of bank transaction records without their permission is tantamount to violation of their constitutional right against unreasonable searches and seizures. For GNN, the Global News Network, this is Jeline Fule.
DOLE released the payrolls that private sector employers should observe during the 3-day ASEAN holiday. Handelin Bisco with the story.
To give way to the activities related to the 31st ASEAN Summit being hosted by the Philippines, the PALS has declared November 13, 14, and 15 as special non-working days in the National Capital Region, Bulacan, and Pampanga. Thus, private sector employers are expected to observe the proper pay rules for the said non-working days. As per the advisory released by the Department of Labor and Employment, employees who reported for work during the special non-working day shall be paid an additional 30% of their daily rate on the first 8 hours. Meantime, workers who exceeded the 8-hour working time shall receive an additional 30% of their hourly rate on the said day. For those who did not work, the no work, no pay rule shall apply unless there is a favorable company policy granting payments on a special day. Meanwhile, employees who will report for work on their rest day shall be paid an additional 50% of their daily rate on the first 8 hours. Those who worked overtime during a special day that falls on their rest day shall receive an additional 30% of their hourly rate on the said day. For GNN, the Global News Network, this is Honolin Bisco.
A lawmaker from the House of Representatives urges to augment the allotted budget for family planning commodities. Harleen Delgado has a report.
Albay Representative Edsel Lagman said on Monday that there is an urgent need to increase the allotted budget for the family planning supplies and commodities. This was after the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, declared 51 contraceptives as non-abortive agent or non-causing abortion last November 10, including a controversial implanted contraceptive. In a statement released by Lagman, he contended that the allotted budget of the House of Representatives for family planning under the General Appropriations Bill, or GAB, was only about 342 million pesos. According to Lagman, the FDA's recertification of the contraceptive products would signal the automatic lifting of temporary restraining order issued by the Supreme Court in June 2015 that prevents the Department of Health on distributing or selling abortion-causing devices. Thus, Lagman stressed there will be more contraceptives that must be distributed to marginalized recipients. The lawmaker also urges the Senate to include the said increase on their agenda once the session resumes. Furthermore, Lagman suggested that the proposed increase can be done by the GAB Bicameral Conference Committee, which was expected to convene by the end of the month or early December. Meanwhile, the Malacanang is also in high hopes for the lifting of the Supreme Court's TRO to fully implement the Responsible Parenthood and Reproductive Health Law. For GNN, the Global News Network, this is Harleen Delgado.
The arrested 81 Chinese and Taiwanese nationals will be facing a probe for violations of the cybercrime law. Chrissy De Matulak tells us a recent update by the Bureau of Immigration, who said the foreigners are also facing violation of immigration laws for failing to present documents on the legality of their stay in the country.
Last week, the Bureau of Immigration arrested 81 illegal foreign workers from China and Taiwan at an office in Buendia, Makati City for operating illegal gambling online. On Monday, BI said the foreigners will face an investigation for alleged violation of the country's anti-cybercrime law. Prior to the raid that led to their capture, authorities already had the foreigners under surveillance by having an immigration official pose as security guard in the condominium where they were staying. According to the BI, the 47 Chinese and 34 Taiwanese nationals were already placed in the immigration watch list to prevent them from leaving while undergoing deportation proceedings. The foreigners were charged with undesirability for being a risk to public safety and security by posing as fugitives, and for their failure to present immigration documents to prove that their stay in the country is legal. Aside from violating immigration laws, the Chinese and Taiwanese nationals will also be investigated for possible violation of the Anti-Cybercrime Law, or Republic Act 1017-5, by the Department of Justice. The 81 foreigners are currently detained at the BI detention facility in Camp Bagong Diwa, Taguig City. For GNN, the Global News Network, this is Chrissy De Matulak.
On Monday morning, several militant groups gathered at the Liwasang Bonifacio in Manila and protested against the arrival of U.S. President Donald Trump in the Philippines. JC Cosico will let us know what are the goals of the protesters in this report.
Ban Trump in the Philippines. This was the call of several groups on Monday morning at the Liwasang Bonifacio in Manila as they gathered to condemn the arrival of United States President Donald Trump in the Philippines. Trump, in line with this, arrived at the country on November 12 at around 5 p.m. to attend the 31st Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN Summit. According to Anak Pawi's Portales Representative Ariel Casilao, the U.S. President is not welcome in the Philippines, adding that Trump wanted to strengthen the foothold of U.S. militarism in the Asia-Pacific region.
Alam po natin kung gaano ka-strategic ang geopolitical location ng Pilipinas sa mga gerang ilulunsad ng US laban sa kanyang mga kalaban. At ito po ay sa tingin natin, hindi ito sapin ng tulong. Ito po ay pagpapanatili ng kanilang base, pagpapanatili ng kanilang kontrol dito sa mga bansa na kung saan kakompetensya o kalaban ng Estados Unidos.
The Philippines for decades has been a defense ally of the U.S. Casilo added that Trump has no credibility to serve as mediator between Southeast Asian claimant countries of the West Philippine Sea, saying the president's roadmap towards achieving peace is through the military, which would not help in the negotiations. However, as for Gabriela Porter's Representative Amy De Jesus, Trump is a symbol of imperialism that would suppress other smaller countries.
Nasa likod niya yung agenda ng higit na pagsasamantala, higit na pang-aapi ng mahihirap na bansa at paggamit ng militarismo bilang pangunahing tool, no, o kasangkapan para lalong isuppress ang mamamayan.
On the contrary, and as per Foreign Affairs Chief Alan Peter Cayetano, the arrival of the U.S. President in the country is a strong message of friendship that will help strengthen the cooperation of the two countries, particularly in economics and trade. On Sunday, protesters carrying Donald Trump placards marched towards the U.S. Embassy in Manila, but were stopped by security forces using water cannons. The U.S. President's visit in the country, meanwhile, is his first one in the Philippines, which happened to be the last leg of his Asian tour. For GNN, the Global News Network, this is JC Cosico.
Weather Bureau Pagasa says a new low-pressure area, or LPA, has been formed 90 kilometers northeast of Puerto Princesa City, Palawan. This would bring cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms over the eastern Visayas, the Zamboanga Peninsula region, and Palawan. Meantime, Metro Manila and the rest of the country would experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms. Meanwhile, winds would be moderate to strong from the northeast over northern Luzon, where coastal waters would be moderate to rough. Furthermore, winds would be light to moderate from the northeast over central and southern Luzon and the Visayas, while from northeast to north over Mindanao with slight to moderate seas. Philippine peso climbs GDP data. Sexual allegations roil U.S. Senate race. And Shawn Mendes beats Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran for MTV VMA's top prize. Stay tuned for those stories and more reports when News Sports returns.
details, please call your travel agents or visit China Airlines website at www.china-airlines.com.
Introducing the new bike M20 with Ultra Space. Hands-free Bluetooth. LED light sets. Multifunctional steering wheel. Electronic power steering. New fashionable compact MPV. Experience the bike M20.
Objection! Back here!
It's your spine talking.
You're overworking us.
We're exhausted.
No worries. Ogawa Master Drive uses 4D thermal rollers. The extended L-track takes care of your spine.
Thank you!
Ogawa Master Drive. Ogawa.
Hot and stylish fashion items for women.
And the unique products for men.
Be in top shape with health and wellness.
Grab and get with your Get Go gadget.
Be anywhere around the world with easy travel.
Choose from our gifts and souvenirs.
Amazing items for precious pets.
Automotive parts and essentials.
Make your everyday living worthwhile with Home and Living.
Special gifts for kids.
Shop anytime, anywhere.
Easy does it.
Ang paborito namin candy, sarap ng pochigami. Mula prutas na fruity, fruity pa. Tamis na jumpy choco, ma-creamy bonami. Lamig tala ng V-Fresh at sobrang chewy frutos. Mochi, fruity pa, jumpy, bonami. V-Fresh at frutos. Aking pasasalamat sa pagmamahal niyong tunay mula sa Colombia.
The ASEAN and United States dialogue has talked about most pressing issues in the region. Among these are the territorial dispute on the South China Sea, the Rohingya crisis, and the North Korean missile tests. Earlier, presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said the issue of human rights violations in the Philippines was not brought up by United States President Donald Trump, but the policy of war on drugs was raised by the Philippine president himself. Roseanne de la Cruz gives us live update from the International Media Center. Roseanne?
Yes, Jeline, the territorial dispute on the West Philippine Sea, the Rohingya crisis in Rakhine State of Myanmar, and the North Korean missile test were raised during the ASEAN-United States dialogue afternoon of Monday. This was confirmed by presidential spokesperson Attorney Harry Roque during his press briefing with local and international reporters. According to Roque, it was Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak who raised the issue of the South China Sea during the dialogue. However, Roque explains that ASEAN has reiterated its goal of peaceful resolution of the conflict through a code of conduct, which is yet to be finalized as of Monday. Roque said during the bilateral meeting of President Duterte with Chinese President Xi Jinping during the sidelines of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation meeting in Vietnam. Xi said that China will not resort to the use of force with regard to resolving the conflict of South China Sea. China also intends to have bilateral relations with every claimant country, but said that its relationship with other claimant countries could not be better today. However, it vowed to deal with ASEAN member states at its best. Meantime, Roque said the Rohingya crisis was also raised by 2 to 3 country leaders, but he refused to mention, saying he does not want to commit mistakes. Roque said Myanmar addressed the said issue and it has welcomed humanitarian assistance. The presidential spokesperson, however, said no specific country has said what assistance will it give to the victims. Even President Duterte Duterte asked for humanitarian assistance for the victims of the war in Marawi City. The issue of North Korea's missile test was also brought up in the said dialogue with the regional bloc, expected to issue its final chairman's statement on this violation against the United Nations Security Council resolution. Roque said the bloc has agreed to have diplomatic talks to resolve the said conflict. Earlier in a statement to reporters, Roque said the issue of human rights violations in the Philippines was not brought up by United States President Donald Trump, but the policy of war on drugs was raised by the Philippine President himself. He reiterated it during his press briefing and added that President Duterte and Trump had a good rapport as compared to that of former U.S. President Barack Obama. That's all for now. Live from the International Media Center for the 31st ASEAN Summit, this is Rosan de la Cruz.
And that was Rosan de la Cruz from the International Media Center in Pasay City. Meanwhile, President Duterte assures that the rehabilitation of war-torn Marawi City can start after collecting billion pesos worth of unpaid taxes. Meantime, two countries have committed to provide loans and donate bags of rice to Marawi crisis victims. April Senedoza has more.
As President Rodrigo Duterte reiterates his vow to reconstruct the war-torn Marawi City, the president said the government can start the rehabilitation programs for the city following the collections of billions of pesos worth of unpaid taxes. President Duterte, who initially allotted 20 billion for Marawi rehab, assures this can start after accomplishing the clearing operations in the city. In line with this, Task Force Bangon Marawi has conducted its post-conflict needs assessment or PCNA. However, this was suspended due to stragglers staying in the city. Based on the Housing and Urban Development Coordinating Council's report, the said assessment was completed in 49 barangays, and they hope this will be done by third week or last week of November. HUDC Chairman Eduardo Del Rosario said Marawi Rehab will focus on the 24 barangays that cover 200 to 250 hectares and was destroyed by 80 to 90%. He explained this would need an approval of majority before the task force can execute the plan. Meanwhile, two neighboring countries are willing to give assistance to the Philippines for the rehabilitation in Marawi City. One is Japan, who committed to give 676 million peso loan to the country. The Department of Finance announced the Department of Public Works and Highways will receive the loan in the form of bulldozers, excavators, and dump trucks for Marawi's reconstruction. Another is Vietnam, who vowed to donate an initial 4,000 bags of rice for the Marawi crisis victims. For GNN, the Global News Network, this is April Senedoza.
The latest SWS survey revealed that 7 out of 10 Filipinos were satisfied with the government's response in suppressing the Maute group during the 5-month-long battle in Marawi. Harleen Delgado back with more.
It was good. This was the overall net satisfaction results, with 48% of the latest social weather station survey on the efforts of the government in suppressing the Maute terror group in the Marawi crisis. The said net satisfaction was slightly lower from the 50% net satisfaction last June. The survey found that majority of 66% of Filipinos were satisfied with the government's response, with 18% dissatisfied and 16% undecided. The survey also indicated that the net satisfaction with President Duterte and the national administration's performance in fighting terrorism were very good, the highest among those who were satisfied with the government's actions, both garnering plus 67%. The national administration's performance in reconciling with Muslim rebels was also very good, with plus 58%. The survey also found 54% of the respondents agreed that the armed forces of the Philippines can suppress terror groups even without martial law. The third quarter 2017 SWS survey was conducted from September 23 to 27, with 1,500 respondents nationwide and margin of error of plus or minus 3%. For GNN, the Global News Network, this is Harleen Delgado.
New commanders of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, or AFP, were named Sunday. Lieutenant General Benjamin Madrigal, a member of the Philippine Military Academy Sandiwa class of 1985, is tapped to lead the Eastern Mindanao Command, or East MINCOM, and spearheaded by General Ray Leonardo Guerrero. Madrigal took over the post from General Perfecto Rimando Jr., who served as acting commander after Guerrero was appointed as AFP Chief of Staff. The other commander, meanwhile, is Lieutenant General Rosano Briguez, who is tapped to head the Western Command. Briguez, a member of Sinagtala class of 1986, is incumbent vice commander of the Philippines Air Force. Premier League's Manchester United forward player Marcus Rashford revealed that he is advancing his game with techniques inspired by Brazilian football legend Ronaldo Nazario. The 20-year-old England striker admitted that he has admired the Brazilian legend since the age of 5 when he saw Ronaldo playing live in 2003 at the Champions League and scored 3 goals in 1 game. Rashford said he have grown up watching so much of Ronaldo, as a World Cup legend is his brother's favorite player. Rashford is in full confidence, imbibing the styles of his childhood inspiration as he stepped up his game together with the whole Manchester United against Brazil on Tuesday at the Wembley Stadium in preparation for the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas is seen to trim reserve requirement ratio before the policy rate tweaks. Meanwhile, Philippine peso climbs gross domestic product data. Here are the business news.
An analyst from the Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation said the Philippine Central Bank will likely tweak reserve requirements imposed on banks before adjusting policy rates. In an interview, HSBC Global Research economist Nolan Arbis bared that benign inflation expectations will allow the policy-setting monetary board to keep benchmark rates steady over the near term. Arbis meantime noted that the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas has started laying the groundwork to trim the reserve requirement ratio, or RRR, imposed on big banks. For the part of the central bank, BSP Governor Nestor Espinilla Jr. said he wants to bring down the 20% reserve standard imposed on universal and commercial banks during his incumbency, describing it as an inefficiency to the financial system. In other news, as per the Land Bank of the Philippines, the dollar is expected to depreciate this week, as likely stronger Philippine data on third quarter economic growth and possibly softer U.S. reports on inflation and retail sales may reduce the dollar's appeal versus the local currency. On Friday, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas booked a $1.2 billion foreign direct investment inflows in August, which is the biggest in 16 months. Meantime, the Philippine Statistics Authority is expected to release the third quarter gross domestic product data on Friday. For the news in business and economy, this is Jeline Fule.
Allegations of sexual misconduct against a Republican Senate candidate have thrown the party into chaos. VOA's Michael Bowman reports many Republican lawmakers are denouncing or distancing themselves from firebrand Christian conservative Roy Moore, who until last week had been heavily favored to win next month's special election for a Senate seat in Republican-leaning Alabama.
This article is a prime example of fake news.
Roy Moore has made a career of denouncing what he sees as America's ills, particularly on matters of sex.
Immorality, abortion, sodomy, sexual perversion sweep our land.
Now, several women accuse Moore of making sexual advances on them decades ago when they were teenagers and he was in his 30s.
Those stories are appalling, just appalling.
Republicans eager to trumpet their tax cut proposals have had to speak out on an unwelcome subject.
If there is any shred of truth to these stories, he ought to step aside, and now.
A former state Supreme Court justice, Moore was twice removed from the bench, first for refusing to remove a Ten Commandments statue from a public building, then for refusing to recognize the legalization of same-sex marriage in the United States. Now, as a Senate candidate, Moore's campaign is in crisis.
I have not been guilty of sexual misconduct with anyone. right before an election to bring charges is absolutely unbelievable.
Trump's inner circle is not abandoning Moore.
It would be a very dangerous precedent for any of us, for any person in this country, to just be cast aside as guilty because of press reports. This is a democracy with a constitutional system.
But Republican senators have flooded Twitter, some rescinding endorsements of Moore, others calling on him to bow out of the race. Moore's Democratic challenger is also speaking out.
It's his problem. He needs to address those issues, and the people of Alabama deserve some answers.
Republicans hold a slim two-seat Senate majority that would be cut in half if Democrats win in Alabama, one of the nation's most reliably Republican states.
Democrats can compete and win everywhere.
While Democrats are emboldened, Senate Republicans face a hard truth. They could either lose a seat or be joined by a man some in their caucus have declared is unfit to serve.
Thank you.
Michael Bowman, VOA News, Washington.
Canadian sensation Shawn Mendes was the big winner at the 2017 Europe Music Awards. Meanwhile, actress Anne Curtis and restaurateur host Erwan Youssef finally tied the knot in New Zealand. April Sinadoza with the entertainment news.
19-year-old Canadian star Shawn Mendes received triple awards at the 2017 MTV Europe Music Awards in London. He took home the Best Song Award for There's Nothing Holding Me Back. He was also recognized as Best Artist and Best Fans Award. With this, Mendes outshined record-breaking singers Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, Ariana Grande, Miley Cyrus, and Kendrick Lamar. In other news, the longtime couple, actress Anne Curtis and restaurateur host Erwan Youssef, finally got married at Thurlby Domain in Queenstown, New Zealand on Sunday. The couple's family and closest friends, including showbiz personalities, attended their much-awaited wedding. The blushing bride wore a white lace wedding gown made by international Cebuana designer Monique Louvellier. Instead of wearing bridal high-heeled shoes, Curtis used velvet platform Prada boots. For the groom, Youssef, who is brother of actress Solen, wore a gray suit made from his trusted tailor in Paris. Curtis and Youssef have been in a relationship for more than 5 years and decided to be engaged in December 2016. For entertainment news, this is April Senedoza.
And here's a recap of today's headlines.
Here are today's headlines. Philippine hospitality shown during ASEAN leaders' arrival gala dinner. President Duterte formally opens 31st ASEAN Summit and related meetings. Terrorism and illegal drug trade among priority agenda in ASEAN meetings. Former Chief Justice Renato Corona's heirs appeal to Santigan Bayan on subpoena on bank records. Bureau of Immigration says 81 foreigners to face probe on violation of cybercrime law. Sexual allegations roil U.S. Senate race. And Shawn Mendes beats Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran for MTV's VMA's top prize. Fair and balanced news. Comprehensive reports that take you to the heart of the action. This is News Force.
And those are the top stories of the day. Stay updated on the day's biggest stories. Follow us on Facebook at Global News Network Official and get updates on our new website, gnnTV.com.ph. We'll continue to bring you fair, balanced, and comprehensive reports. I am Jeline Fule, and this is News Force.
no signal, check the power and connection between the IRD and the TV set. For G Pinoy, make sure to set your TV setting in AV mode, then connect RCA wire and other connections properly. For HD, if your TV setting is in HDMI mode, use and connect HDMI wire instead of RCA, then followed by other connections. But if it is set to AV mode, use RCA wire. Then press Menu, Information, Channel Information. Check the display of the signal strength and quality. If no signal quality and strength display in the manual mode, refocus the satellite. Before doing the refocusing of the satellite, check the weather condition. Heavy rains and heavy clouds can also interrupt satellite signal transmission. If weather is good, you can start the signal fine-tuning. Fine-tune the signal by monitoring the signal strength and quality on your TV. Once achieved, the best signal level scans all channels. Now, you can start viewing GSAT's quality program wherever you are. For other inquiries, please contact your local dealer or call GSAT hotline number 882-9999 or use our mobile phone numbers 0998-593-5986, 0998-996-4728, 0999-990-4728, 0925-800-3429, 0922-831-4728, 0917-835-8002, 0917-810-4728.
Master Drive. Satisfaction in every way. Delivering a comprehensive back massage. With master-like precision in every motion. Exclusive 3D knee therapy takes you on an enhanced reflexology journey. Ogawa Master Drive. Reflection of a true master.
And stylish fashion items for women.
And the unique products for men.
Be in your top shape with health and wellness.
Grab and get with your Get Go gadget.
Be anywhere around the world with easy travel.
Choose from our gifts and souvenirs.
Amazing items for precious pets.
Automotive parts and essentials.
Make your everyday living worthwhile with Home and Living.
Special gifts for kids.
Shop anytime, anywhere.
Easy does it.
This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Harry Tambuatco. Welcome to our program. Every first Monday of the month, as I said about some 2-3 weeks ago, we will dedicate this to joining what we call the Citizen National Guard. Now, what am I doing? Yes, I'm biased. Am I biased for a specific government administration or any specific social whatever? Yes, to a certain extent. I'm biased towards my country, the Philippines. I'm biased towards what is good, not what is bad. Not what is said on fake news or fake media, but what is morally correct. The Citizen National Guard is a combination, a group of people that have put together whose morals, whose values are directly for the country, not specifically an administration. So if you're sitting there and you're not sure exactly where you stand, or you're pro-Duterte, or you're pro-yellow, or you're pro-communist, or whatever it is, know where you stand and know what you want to do. You know, there's a saying that when you're socially out with friends, the two topics you don't talk about is religion and politics. Why is that? Did you ever try to figure it out? Is it because you can't seem to agree or disagree on anything? This is the way I look at that. This is my take. If you care about your religion and you have the faith and it is correct, there will be no shaking. There will be no shaking. There will be no insecurity. You know exactly where you stand and who your God is. And if anybody tries to talk to you and talks against you or your faith, you will stand up for it. Now, if you are not a body politic and you don't care about any politics whatsoever, then maybe the real problem is you, because your responsibility to your country is to be a body politic. So, if you are friends with people who don't share the same politics or don't share the same religion or faith, well, you've got to realize where you stand. For a while I was perplexed. I wasn't sure which way to go. I made up my mind. I share my time, I break my bread, and drink my wine only with those that share my politics and my faith. That's okay. If you don't have any advocacy, you don't care, you just want to live off the state and don't care about your values, well, you know what? Why don't you just go to the mountains, join the communists? Because that's exactly what they are. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about join the Citizen National Guard. With us we have Butch Valdez, who you know, who's been a host here on GNN some time ago and carries a show. He's also the Secretary General, if I'm not mistaken, or co-founder in the Philippines of the La Rouge Society. He also is the lead convener of Save the Nation movement. We also have Horacio Tocayo, Harry Gonzalez, also from LaSalle, who is likewise a convener. Hello, gentlemen. Salamat narito kayo. Tumagal ng konting intro ko doon, ano? I really wanted to talk about that thing about yung if you don't share the same faith tsaka same politics, di ba miski relative mo, ang hirap. Right. Biro mo lalabas kayo, you're gonna have a drink, or you're gonna play golf, or you're gonna have dinner. Anong pag-uusapan nyo? Si Trump? Di ba? Politics na rin yun eh. Anong pag-usapan nyo? Science? Pwede, no? Ba't sinong binobola mo? If you don't share the same God, ang hirap, Muslim kausap mo. Respect this religion. Absolutely. Pero may hirap yung magkakasama kayo, close friends. Now, to be civil with each other is to be civil. But to be close to each other as ibang religion, abangga. Tingnan mo, born again, walang ginawa kundi, pare, sali ka sa amin. Kantahan tayo doon. Di ba? Parang ganun eh. Gentlemen, what is the CNG and why should people participate? Ikaw muna, Butch.
Well, the CNG, Citizen National Guard, is an organization that, sprouted sometime January, actually.
This year?
This year, when friends that of like minds and also those that have been listening to us and Save the Nation decided to sit down and ask ourselves certain things, because the phenomenon who was Duterte was doing certain things that seemed to be in accordance with what we wanted, which is changes, reforms, and going after the right, what we'd call enemies of the state. So, in the discussion, we said, what happens if we don't have Duterte? What do we do? And the common reaction was, magulo yan, no? Because papasok ang ganito, papasok yung ganyan, at magkakagulo dahil tatanggihan ng tao. Because yung tao talagang 80% of the people, based on all of the surveys, were for Duterte, and they elected him. No?
Agreed.
So in that kind of situation, I said there is a crisis, because the one that was holding the republic together before there is so that there will not be chaos, no, was President Duterte. And he was the linchpin. If you pull that pin out,
may vacuum.
Not only will there be a vacuum, there will be chaos. And chaos, based on our discussion, was probably the objective of these people, in order for these groups, which we call the enemies of the state, will be able to do what they want. Who are they? The terrorists, ISIS, they can do what they want without a strong leader. The communists, the drug cartels, the political opposition or yellow tards.
Let's not forget the secessionists. Meron din dyan.
Nandun na din yung, isama mo na dun sa terrorist yung secessionists, no? Tapos yung mga yellow tards that were conspiring for a regime change, no? And doing everything to take out this leader. And of course, the CIA, who was...
Ang Amerikano, kalaban natin.
Paano? Gusto nilang gawin tayong launching pad against China. So sorry, this became what we enumerated to be the enemies of the state. And if we see it in context, sabi ko, it's chaos that they want. Because if there's chaos, they can do whatever they want. It is not to be able to take on leadership, but it's chaos. It's a condition. Then we likened it, let's say, to Libya or Afghanistan, where there is very weak or no leadership at all, where there is really
tyranny
chaos.
now. Ngayon, tyranny na yan.
So I said, we don't want that to happen to our country. So what do? We put together an organization. And it just so happens that I was then talking to members, retired members of the military. And of course, there are other people that were going to be joining in. And that's how the CNG started. Not precisely only for the military, but for all citizens of the country, no, who did not want chaos as a condition. No?
It sounds like it should be the basic morality value of all Pinoys.
Exactly.
Should be, which is not necessarily the case.
Not necessarily the case, because people's morals differ, right?
Harry, how would you add to that?
Well, what Bush was saying is something that initiated the move to form the Citizen National Guard. The Citizen National Guard, initially we thought, could be a paramilitary unit, but it is not. It is not. While we are comprised of retired military officers and men, reserve military officers and men, but really, the core concept is this. In a situation where we are facing a potential chaotic situation, the only force that can stop this is the entire country's population. We believe that the entire population are the keepers of the peace, the keepers of the republic, and they are supposed to be the guardians at the end of the day. And we thought that as citizens, they will become the National Guard of the entire country. And so if you are a citizen, then automatically you become a member of the Citizen National Guard. But if you're a traitor, we will not register you.
Yeah.
What about that saying that many politicians are used to saying, bobo naman ang publiko eh. Paano naman yung kung bobo ang publiko?
Alam mo,
I mean, gaya ng sinasabi nila, kaya nga you have incompetent leaders or politicians, mayors, etc., down the line, who sat there, whose families they passed on to even the incompetent ones with barely no education, with poor values, who are probably even killers. And the people still vote them into office. They call them the stupidity. Two, how about those that don't vote unless they're paid for? I know, I went through that in Muntinlupa, tumakbo ako. Mas maraming, magkano bibigay mo sa akin bago kita iboto? Ganun na laban sa kalye. I mean, I hate to say it. Eh, sabi ko, alam mo, boss, pag ikaw binigyan ko, di pinapalitan ko lang yung demonyo gusto ko palitan. Di naging demonyo na naman ako. Wag na lang. Akin na lang pera ko, sabi ko.
Pero alam mo, that's why this particular period of the 2016 elections, where Duterte was brought into office, was a phenomenon.
Yeah, it's a phenomenon.
This was those opponents of President Duterte were thinking like that. That kind of leadership, they were assuming that bobo yung tao. No?
That's the assumption.
But what happened was, despite all of the campaigns that they did,
siya pananalo.
And saka yung dinadaya na siya, hindi pa nila madayan at talagang tutulak ng tao. I said, paano mo naman sasabihin bobo yung tao? No?
Siya nga ang phenomenon.
Precisely.
But only for one.
At sabi ng tao, ganito, that's all it's needed when you elect a president. No? Now, the president takes on that leadership. Tingnan mo ang tao, sabi natin bobo, binoto ang isang hindi masyadong magaling, matalinong presidente. Eh, hindi pa nga nag-uumpisa, 400,000 na yung nag-surrender na drug addicts. No?
I think more pa, but go ahead.
But eventually, by December, umabot na ng 1 million. No? Alright? Okay. Tapos, ano pang ginagawa niya? Agad-agad, yung mga tiwali sa gobyerno, hindi pa nga mainit yung upuan na inupo nila, tinanggal na niya. On the basis of suspicion. All the way up to cabinet level. Diba? Diretso, in a cabinet meeting, he says, you're fired. No? Okay. Now, sino bang hindi magkakagustong ganyan na presidente? No? Pero, who was bobo then? Tayo o yung tao? Sila ang nagsabi.
Sila ang pumili.
Di ba?
Okay, I lose the argument.
But you see, no, this is what is important. You were referring to a little about religion or God or something earlier in your intro.
Di ba pag may kasama
But
ka,
you see,
mahirap eh.
Ako, yung ganyan phenomenon, Harry, I attribute it to divine intervention din. No? And hindi natin akalain na itong mangyari. Ako, I never thought he'd be president. The way he was campaigning, the way he was threatening, the way
nagmumura pa, no?
Nagmumura pa. And kissing women, right? Sabi ko, paano mananalo?
Ayaw kasi maging presidente.
Pero tingnan mo siya. And there is a saying, God always chooses the most unlikely messengers. No? At yung hindi mo akalain na magiging leader, siya pa ang nagiging leader. Eh, palagi, tuwing meron tayong pinag-uusapan na, I don't want to go into religious, but it is there, meron mga apparitions, no? Mga musmus lang na bata ang nagkakaroon ng apparition. Pero yung mga pare, mga obispo, hindi pinapakitaan. Bakit? Di ba?
Hindi kasi holy eh. Then, holier than thou sila.
This is the thing. We must be able to think along those lines. And when we see that he is the duly elected president, no, we have to recognize that, no, and respect the people's will. And good enough that the people's will and intelligence are giving us this kind of a president. No? Yung three objectives ng CNG. Number one is defending the integrity of the sovereign Republic of the Philippines. Number two, protecting the population. And that includes drugs, no? Against drugs. And assuring a better future for future generations. Number three, supporting a duly elected president. Happens to be Rodrigo Duterte.
Popular.
But this is in that order of priority. Why? Country first. people next, the president third.
Protect your president.
In that order of priority, duly elected. No one contests the fact that he is elected by the Filipino people.
Ako, I have some issues with some people. I find actually ridiculous. And ako, pag ganon, sinasagot ko na lang sa kanila, hindi kaya ridiculous ang position mo. And that position is, marami dyan sinasabi, hindi ko gusto si Duterte, gusto ko si Lenny. Dapat kay Lenny tayo. Hindi naman tumakbong presidente yun eh. Ang nanalo naman presidente. So anong gusto mo? Gusto mo, wag natin sundan ng demokrasya, wag natin sundan ng eleksyon, gawin natin si Lenny na lang, ipabagsak natin si Duterte. Matitigas ang ulo, hindi, mas magaling si Lenny. But even Lenny, who talks out openly as if she really wants to be president, di ba? Parang promotes the idea that gusto niya. When to think, and it is obvious, it seems to be an open fact, she actually lost the election. That's the saddest part. But then again, there are people who say, if you want the yellow tards to keep quiet and to follow and abide by the rules, the rule of law and the president, gawin natin si Bongbong Vice President. Mas takot sila kay Marcos eh. They'll probably join and become, join the Duterte group. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ikaw, Harry, ano take mo?
Well, yeah. Alam mo naman ang Pilipino, the Filipino, sorry to say, are always bystanders.
Oh, yun.
Okay? They enjoy sitting, watching, listening. So the challenge that I normally give to the people I talk to is, be participative. This is your country. This is where you were born. This is where you will die. You own the country. You have to protect the country. Defend it.
I agree. Yeah. Kaya nga, pag may mga how about yung mga Pinoy sa Amerika, sa mga ibang bayan, tumakbo na kayo, naghanap na kayo ng ibang hanap buhay, di ba? Nag-dual citizenship pa kayo, tapos nakikialam pa kayo dito. Mali pa ang pagkapakialam. I don't understand.
Well, sa akin naman, yung mga nasa overseas, let's say nag-immigrate na sila sa Amerika. Well, it's a right of everybody to try to look for greener pastures, okay? And maybe things became too difficult for them here and kinuha sila ng pamilya nila doon. Wala tayong magagawa. Yun ang nangyari. Okay? But the fact that they're there, does that mean that they lose their true nature of being Filipinos? No? And as a matter of fact, everybody that I talk to among my classmates that are still there in the United States, no, are quite envious. No? That for once, after so many decades,
may presidente tayo na tama.
May presidente tayong ganyan. Maski na, minuran ng presidente natin yung presidente nila. You know,
yung si Obama.
Hindi si Obama. At nagkaroon ng paninindigan, no? Alam mo yung ganyan feeling, maski na nasa Amerika, gusto mo, matapang, pinanindigan niya ang bayan niya at ang mga mamamayan niya. When did we ever have somebody like that? The previous president was selling out the country, selling out the people, and he didn't seem to care.
But the one I get irate about are those na nag-ibang bayan na, tapos nakikialam pa, hindi naman alam kung talaga nangyayari dito. Tapos makikialam, madaldal pa sa social media. But gentlemen, we're going to have to take a short break. When we come back, we'll tell you how you can join, you can participate, and what is expected of you. Now, these numbers need to grow very simply because it is for the Pinoy, for the Filipino, for the country. So it's not enough you sit there, manood ka at, whatever in front of the television. That's why the topic is not just the Citizen National Guard. The topic is join Citizen National Guard. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Back here! It's your spine talking. You're overworking us. We're exhausted.
No worries.
Ogawa!
Ogawa Master Drive uses 4D thermal rollers. The extended L-track takes care of your spine.
Thank you!
Ogawa Master Drive. Ogawa.
Hot and stylish fashion items for women.
And the unique products for men.
Being in top shape with health and wellness.
Grab and get with your Get Go gadget.
Be anywhere around the world with easy travel.
Choose from our gifts and souvenirs.
Amazing items for precious pets.
Automotive parts and essentials.
Make your everyday living worthwhile with Home and Living.
Special gifts for kids.
Shop anytime, anywhere.
Easy does it.
Yes, hello, my name is Harriton Buatpur on the second part. We're talking about the Citizen National Guard. Now, I went straight to the topic. I just didn't say Citizen National Guard. It says, join the Citizen National Guard. Now, with us, we have the conveners, both of the Citizen National Guard and Save the Nation movement. Now, at this point, before we branch off to other issues about the CNG, which is the acronym for Citizen National Guard, let's talk about how you participate or how you get to join. Harry, why don't you explain that part?
Okay. In the website that we have, as well as in our email address, you can actually access. In the website, there is a procedure that you can access where
Citizen National Guard and website. So
yes,
www.citizennationalguard1word.com.
Yes.
Okay.
And then when you access that, you can read a lot of stuff there. Then at the end, you can register your name. Register your name, register your email address, and if you can, please put your cell number, so that we could be able
mobilize
to,
if necessary.
if necessary, we could send out advisories. And we can be in communication.
And positions, if there are certain positions that the country has to take, and you're not sure where you stand, and you wish to generate more awareness, you can inquire.
And the better is if you can put where you are located, because we are now looking into the possibility of creating chapters all over the country.
Right.
You're already on that stage.
You're already on that stage,
And well, I just want to disabuse the people's minds about thinking that we are a government-sponsored organization. We are not. We don't even know.
Independent.
Yes, we don't even know President Duterte personally. No? We've not met with him or something. The press conference that we've had where the Justice Secretary and the POW Chief Acosta joined us was a surprise. Was a surprise for all of us. And as they were entering, of course, and they said they wanted to endorse the organization. Of course, we let them sit on the head table, and they did answer some questions about why they were there. So, but the reason this organization was put up was precisely in my earlier remarks. Was precisely that. Yes, we take certain positions on certain issues, but we would like to stay above the politics of it. We might have certain
political
personal views, but when it comes to the organization, what we include in our website are as material that are sending a message in accordance with those objectives that we have, and in accordance with the enumeration, the inventory of enemies of the state, so that people understand that every time these things are happening, these are not single issues, that they are actually part of a whole effort to change the regime, to get rid of Duterte. And our worry is, well, this is shared by most of us in the CNG, is that since the president is very popular, and the elections are 5 years or more after, the only way that they can get rid of him is through a coup d'etat or an assassination.
Correct.
No? A coup d'etat might not be likely, no? Because the military, no, is very close to to the president.
Malaga.
So the third option might be in the minds of these people that the regime change, and the CIA does not care.
Yeah.
No? And many people also right now that are enemies of the state don't care. No? And so we are worried about that. The CNG is being projected precisely with these objectives. These are the same objectives of the president. He's for the country and he's for the people. No?
If we don't screen the membership, ano kaya kung pasukan niya nila Risa Ontiveros, nila Drilon, di ba? Pasukan niya ni Rappler, di ba? At gusto mag-register, maging member. Hindi kaya pasukan ka infiltrate ng CNG. Is that not a possibility?
It's definitely a possibility, but it is not a problem. No? Meaning, of course, if Risa Ontiveros or Drilon want to be a member, they have to change their names, right? And of course, they can change their name. If Rappler wants to be part of this, they have to change their organization, right? So we cannot have a Rappler because who are the ones that we indicate as enemies of the state?
Pero meron naman nag-i-screen, tinitignan naman kung sino-sino.
Yes.
Hindi naman pwedeng Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Yes.
Come in and I mean, miski pa paano, kasi you have to safeguard.
But first, we have to make sure that they're real persons.
Yes.
So we ask for addresses. They ask for cell phone numbers, and
government IDs if possible.
And then we confirm. We send them an email or we send them a text message.
How do you raise funds? Miski pa paano magastos to? There's going to be some type of funds.
Actually, that's one of the problems that we're facing.
But funds pa rin yan, miski pa paano.
Organization, there are a few donors that are part of the membership. We have dinners together. We have
no, pwede naman Rotary style yan, pay your own. But I'm talking about mga secretariat, miski pa paano, an office that can be donated even. But miski kuryente, even if that's donatable, it's the point.
We have volunteers already, but we don't pay them a salary. We just pay them a stipend or whatever it is for travel expenses. But
stipend is still even travel.
Yeah, travel expenses.
Nakakaano rin yan. After all, nakakapilay din yan.
Well, meron tayong nahihingan ng konti na
kailangan natin pala oligarch. Kung pasukan ng oligarch yan, bayaran lahat yan. Pero ngayon, he's gonna want to promote his ideals.
Siyempre, we're guarding against all of those things. Before anybody, like you or rich people like you, for example, I explain what we are for. No? And the idea is very clear. No? And once it's there, then they join us.
Correct.
Somebody who sees the organization as a political thing or something.
Yeah, remember, the elections are 1.5 years away in 2019. Baka mamaya, sali ako dyan para makakuha ako ng mga boto sa CNG, miski pa paano. What if the population grows to 5 million, 6 million, which at the rate it's going to be exponential in about a year.
Yeah,
if the growth at the present rate,
we feel it.
It's exponential. So it could be a political platform, tool. It could be ammunition, if necessary, for someone who has the wrong ideals.
Well,
it's hard.
Let me put it this way. You want the CNG to support you if you're a politician, you identify with us, the enemies of the state.
The same platforms.
You agree to the three ideas that we have. And eventually, as we define,
okay lang yun, bahala ka.
As we define the other policies, economic policies, health policies.
Will you start doing
eventually,
that?
Yes.
Like a constitution, eventually gagawa kang constitution. You're gonna have
not the constitution, but certain ideas on these things, it will come out. No? And there are already some discussions on this, no? Right, as early as now. But again, if we're pushing this and somebody says, I want CNG support, well, do you support this? No? And if you do...
Isali kaya natin sa President Duterte.
Well, it's open to him.
he's a citizen after all.
Yeah, no, I mean, like VACC, pwede rin. It has the same values. more or less.
Yes,
It stands on the same platforms, very close. For pro-people, in other words. Tsaka issues, not political.
Yes.
Dante Jimenez could have easily turned that around and made that a political party. He refused to. He refused. He's been offered positions out of delicadeza, out of political returns. He refused to take it. Well, Dino went in, but still.
One of the things that we decided, now we are deciding about all of this, Harry, is right now we're not taking in politicians.
Pwede pa ako pumasok, hindi na ako politician. Hindi ako nanalo eh.
Well, those that are dyed in the wool politicians, meaning those that are sitting in Congress or in the Senate, of course.
Better not to, no?
Yeah, and then those that are better not, no? At this early stage, because we want it purely for the citizens, those that are coming from the masa, no? And not just the masa, but different sectors of government. I also wanted to add, people question about bakit may military, sabi ganyan. And our answer is, why? Why not? No? They are citizens of the country. They are a retired sector of the armed forces of the Philippines.
Sila nga lumalaban para sa taong bayan, di ba?
Precisely. And this is what we explained in one interview that we had. You know, I said, the soldier takes an oath when he becomes a soldier to defend the country, the population, and support the president as a commander-in-chief. Now, I asked these soldiers that we have, our friends, I think, did this prescribe when you retire, when you retired as soldiers? No. The common answer was, we will take this oath till the day we die. I said, that's very inspiring, because it is that kind of idea that we want to inculcate in every citizen of this country. You call yourself a citizen of the Republic of the Philippines, no? You must have the same zeal, you must have the same passion, no? And the same commitment for this country. Because as you do that, you're committing not just to the country, you're committing to your children and your children's children.
What do we do about people who are not body politic? The youth suffers this. Ages between 20 to 30. Of course, when they reach 30 above, they begin to realize that the community has to work well for them to work within it or in it. But before that age, of course, there's a lot of irresponsible thinking. Let's leave it to the young. And they don't read about the newspapers. They'd rather know about what's going on the fashion ramps or the local movie industry or sino mga artista na nandiyan dyan. Yung ganun ba? What do we do about the irresponsible that refuse to engage in body politic for the country? What do we do about these people? There's quite a lot of number. That's a large number. Especially the students. I hate to say it. They're either they don't care or they're against the state. But they're either against the states and they want to march and they don't know what they're marching against, but they're carrying placards being led by the very few, or they simply just don't care. What do we do about these people?
Well, that's the basic advocacy of the CNG. Our initial thoughts were that our existence, our advocacy would be to awaken
awareness then
in the Filipino, in his heart and his mind, the values of nationalism and patriotism, that he only has one country and he had better take care of that country.
Bakit ang Amerikano, pag umikot ka ng Amerika, mas lalo na sa suburbs, madalas mo makikita ang bandera ng Amerika, mas lalo ng mga veterans, di ba, may military. Madalas yan, sa umaga, sila pa nagtataas ng bandila, binababa pa. Yung iba, hindi, basta naka-on lang. Dito, bihira ka makakita ng bandila ng Pilipinas.
So I can explain that, Harry.
Please.
The reason for that is because in America, they make use of their reserves and reservists and they send them out to battle because they have a small maintaining army. And when they have conflicts outside, they send their reserves to train them. And so those people who come back alive or
Patriot
maybe
na.
they become patriots and they put the flags in front of their homes.
Tayo, but
we don't have that.
Why don't we get the reservists, send them to Marawi? Maraming loko dyan, may baril, di ba?
That is something
yung mga magagaling na those that join mga shooting range, nakikita mo sa Facebook, mga pictures, ang gagaling po mga padala natin sa Marawi yan. Para, di ba, gamitin nila yung mga high-tech na mga baril nila.
That might be one of the reasons, but actually it's education. No?
Awareness.
The awareness has to start from the very elementary. No? You have to explain to them about country. You have to tell the right stories, the right history. What had happened in these last recent decades, no? Because of politics, we have a convoluted type of history.
But even
because
the written history books are incorrect.
Right. The stories that are the ones a little further now are starting to get corrected. No? The ones like Antonio Luna, and people know the role of Aguinaldo and Bonifacio and so on and so forth. Pero these more recent ones, iba yung tinuturo sa mga bata.
Lalo na yung Aquino, yung ginulo nila yung libro.
Right, exactly. Tapos pinapasok pa nila yan sa textbooks.
Pinapasok nila.
Now, there has to be a major effort on the part of government, and maybe this administration can do it, no? So that we have to cleanse the dirt out, no? Clean it out, and come out with the right history. And bato-bato sa langit, huwag kayong magagalit, no? Pero yung mga pinasabi nilang mga sinasanto nilang tao, no? Hindi santo, no? Yung mga
Ninoy Aquino, hindi naman hero yan.
Kaya so ayusin na natin yon.
Nasa pera pa natin eh.
So even if this young generation might have been already contaminated with it, at least the succeeding ones, no, will be corrected. And education plays a major part of this. There was a philosopher, he's one of the most evil men that I thought existed. His name is Bertrand Russell. He says that in order to be able to control society, you must be able to influence them in 3 different levels. One is through the media or through the press. Walang word media noon. Obviously, propaganda. He says the other is through religion. So they come up with different religions so that you confuse about the relationship with God. And then the third, he says, no, is by education. In education, you have to get them at a especially tender age of 10 or below.
Elementary school talaga.
And you must be able to teach them that snow is black.
Balik na rin.
Meaning, tell them a lie. No? And then, but do this for all the children, so that anybody who stands up and says, no, it is white, will be ostracized. Okay? In some ways, this is being done. This is being done to our children. And not just the Filipinos, but to many. Right? We must be able to get out of that rut and tell them, teach them the truth. And from there, you start. Remember, the premise is, if you want to control society, meaning you dumb down the population. And if they don't know the truth, you control them.
Wait, hang on. I think ABS-CBN is already succeeding. Correct me if I'm wrong, di ba? Everybody talks like Chris, broken English. I remember when the Philippines was the English-speaking country in Asia.
Right.
Wala na. We all talk like Chris Aquino, di ba? Buluktot na. And then the values of lahat ng kabaklaan lumalabas na. Cross-dressing, Taglish, cross-dressing. Wrong values. If your son commits a crime, protect him regardless if he's the murderer. Keep him and keep him safe. Mali. Dapat yan. Gumawa ng krimen, ituro mo na habang maaga. Diba? Drug addict yung anak mo, magnanakaw na, alam mo, mamamatay tao na, ituro mo na sa, di ba, sa pulis. Hindi, tinatago ko, anak ko yun eh. Mali eh, maling-mali. It's all wrong. Bakla, bakit hindi magiging bakla anak mo? Kung anong pinapanood niya araw-araw, lahat ng kabakla na sa telebisyon. Di ba? Yung mga advertising, tinuturo sa iyo, mali. Mag-8-8 ka habang bata kang kalandian lumalabas, di ba? The dumbing down of the Filipino. The telenovela, Channel 2, the best. Channel 7, di ba? Channel 5. They're even on radio. My gosh, now they're even writing.
You see, it's here. That's how you destroy a society. Start early.
So I take it CNG is against Channel 2, Channel 7.
Well, we're very much against fake news, no, and manipulation of minds, definitely, no, because every time these major networks, and not just the networks, the broadsheets, no, they always have what they call the spin, no.
Well, Inquirer, no, just today, yung mga sumali daw ng rally, yung picture, El Shaddai. Anak ng tinapay. Ano ba naman yan? Kahiya-hiya. Di ba?
Disinformation.
Disinformation.
Masama yan, di ba? So, that one, how can you be for those types of media? They have to be destroyed. And maganda sa media, there's always a saying that we always remind members of the there was this guy, Alexander Hamilton, during the American Revolution. And he was addressing himself to the press. And he said, it was by the press that the morals of this country have been destroyed, have been ruined. It should be by the press that they be restored. It's a double-edged sword. It is a way to tell a lie and also a way to tell the truth.
Well, gentlemen, we're going to have to end the show. Parang kaumpisa lang natin. Ito na naman tayo. Tapos na naman. So, a very quick 20-30 second message. Go, Harry. Ano message mo?
Well, today we are at the crossroads of the destiny of our country, and our people must awaken. We must awaken if we don't want to fall into an abyss that we cannot surface from.
Thank you. Butch, quick, short.
I agree with Harry. The country is under siege by the enemies of the state, and it's the people that can save it, not just Duterte, but the people behind it, so that there is continuity. They can get rid of a Duterte, they can get rid of Superman, but the continuity of the people wanting to preserve the integrity of that republic will continue.
Thank you very much. Well, what can I add to that? Alam ko na the topic. Sumali na kayo, mag-participate na kayo, and join the program. Join the citizen movement. You go to the website, ganon din yun, oneword.com. Gusto mo mag-email, gusto mo magtanong, gusto mo mag-inquire, the same thing at gmailnaman.com. Now, yun ang solusyon. Pero kung, if you're gonna say mañana, mamaya na lang, o isipin ko muna, hindi ka pa desidido. Pero kung desidido ka na, right now, while you're watching it, turn on that computer, go on your phone, go online, and do your part. To delay and to say, mañana, kalimutan mo, hindi mo na gagawin. In other words, sinasabi mo sa bayan mo, mamaya ka na. Eh, ikaw bahala. Delay all you want, or do it now. Thank you very much. Thank you, Butch.
All-new Ogawa Master Drive. Satisfaction in every way. Delivering a comprehensive back massage. With master-like precision in every motion. Exclusive 3D knee therapy takes you on an enhanced reflexology journey. Ogawa Master Drive. Reflection of a true master.
And stylish fashion items for women.
And the unique products for men.
Being in top shape with health and wellness.
Grab and get with your Get Go gadget.
Be anywhere around the world with easy travel.
Choose from our gifts and souvenirs.
Amazing items for our precious pets.
Automotive parts and essentials.
Make your everyday living worthwhile with Home and Living.
Special gifts for our kids.
Shop anytime, anywhere.
Easy does it.
We're very excited. They're sending us to Kuwait. They said our employer will be good to us. Our job will be easy. We will be working as waitresses in a restaurant.
I'm doing this because I want to help my family.
Many believe that the fulfillment of their dreams can easily be found in Manila or in other countries. One of those who were enticed to try their luck here in the city was Anna.
A lot of people from our town went to Manila. They said I can also find a decent job and I can send money to my family.
Makapadala po ako na pera sa amin. Lahat ng pangalan ninyo ay... Ang sabi po nila,
they said I would be working in a shoe factory where I will earn as much as 6,000 pesos.
Ano ang sweldo.
But what started as a dream turned out to be a nightmare for Anna. Instead of working in a factory, she was brought to a brothel.
Hindi namin alam ng trabaho.
We did not know that we will be working as prostitutes. We wanted to escape but we had nowhere to go and we had no money to.
Kaming pera.
A few months later, Anna found herself pregnant.
Simula nung nalaman niya buntis ako. Hindi niya ako.
Since I got pregnant, my employer did not let me be out in public. Instead, they let customers go to my room.
Kwarto ko po.
Anna is not alone. Like her, thousands of people were forced to leave their homes in search of a better life.
Bawal magtawanan.
We were not allowed to laugh nor look outside the window. We could not leave even if we want to because the doors were padlocked.
Pinto. Hindi rin mabuksan. Nakapadlock.
They abused us physically. They did not feed us properly. We were treated like animals. My employer would hurt me when I made the slightest mistake. She would pull my hair and slap me.
Ang aming obserbasyon ay padami.
From our observation, most of the trafficked victims are minors and women, and they are getting younger and younger every year.
Nabibiktima nito.
According to Republic Act 9208, trafficking is a crime that refers to the recruitment, transportation, transfer, or harboring or receipt of persons, with or without the victim's consent or knowledge, within or across national borders, especially if the victim will be entered into prostitution or any form of exploitation, such as forced labor, slavery, or forced servitude, as payment for an outstanding debt.
Marami sa ating mga kababayan.
Many Filipinos hope to live a better life, but most of these people are lured not only because of poverty, but also because of the tempting promises they were led to believe.
Magagandang pangako.
There is nothing wrong with going to other places to look for better jobs, but being cautious is the key. Looking out for these signs may also help you against trafficking. Forging birth certificates in order to change the victim's age, or using a birth certificate of an older sibling. Using fake or provisionary contracts and showing expired licenses or business permits to persuade the victim's parents to let their children work. Forcing the victims to falsify their names and ages. Prohibiting victims from talking to other passengers while traveling. If you have experienced this or have seen this happen to someone you know, there are organizations that can help you, one of which is the Halfway House program of the Visayan Forum and the Philippine Ports Authority, or PPA. Aside from this, the PPA, Visayan Forum, shipping companies, and the other members of the anti-trafficking task force at the ports are implementing various programs to ensure that every port in the country is trafficking-free.
Yung mga tao namin sa pier involved dyan.
We are all involved in this. Even the porters at the pier are being trained to spot groups of young people who might be potential victims. If they suspect a recruiter with these groups, they immediately report to us. The recruiter would then be asked to show their accreditation from the Department of Labor. If they are legitimate, then it's okay.
Department of Labor, kung ma-prove nila naman legal, then okay lang.
Because of the joint efforts of the anti-trafficking task force at the ports and other agencies, many lives have been changed.
Naibalik na ako ng maayos. I was reunited with my family. I hope others won't go through what I did. I am studying again with the help of the Visayan Forum. I was able to file a case to teach our recruiters a lesson. Right now, I'm learning basic computer skills through the Microsoft project.
Anna already gave birth. Although fearful and full of uncertainties, only one thing is clear for Anna. I want to finish my studies. May their stories be an inspiration and lesson to everyone. For more information, please call these numbers.
Ito ay nagpapatuloy dahil sa inyong walang tigil na pagtangkilik, pananalangin at higit sa lahat, katapatan sa pagkakaloob. Maraming salamat po. Pagpalain kayo ng Diyos, ang ating Panginoong Hesukristo.
Jesus is our shield. Worldwide ministry, living like Jesus. Present. Oras ng himala. Miracle after miracle explosion. To meet your God. Speaker, Apostle Renato D. Carillo.
Soul, are you weary and troubled? Light in the darkness to see. There's a light or a look at the Savior. A life more abundant and free. So, are you weary and troubled? Light in the darkness to see. There is a light for a look at the Savior. and life more abundant and brave. But turn your eyes upon Jesus. Look full in His wonderful face, and the things of earth will go strangely dim in the light of His glory and grace. His words shall not fail you, He promised. Believe Him and all will be well. Then go to a world that is dying. His perfect salvation to tell. His words shall not fail you, He promised. Believe Him and all will be well. Then go to a world that is dying. His perfect salvation to tell. But turn your eyes upon Jesus. Look full in His wonderful face, and the things of earth will go strangely dim in the light of His glory and grace. But turn your eyes upon Jesus. Look full in His wonderful face, and the things of earth will go strangely dim in the light of His glory and grace.
Today's episode, service in Malabon City, entitled Divine Rest, Last Part.
Naiyak po ako sa galak. Alam mo, hindi lang ako, pati po mga staff. At ito sumasagi sa isip ko. Naintindihan kaya ito ng mga anak ng apostol? Kirin abroad at viewer ng TV program ng Oras ng Himala at listener nito sa radyo. Naintindihan kaya? Para lalo silang magbigay ng may katapatan at magdagdag ng ibinibigay kung kulang ibinibigay, at yung hindi nagbibigay matagal na nananakaw ng offering ay magbigay na. Naunawaan kaya nila to? Na ito mga ito'y nakarating kahit saan tayo pumunta dahil sa telebisyon. Literal buong Pilipinas po. Dulo na po ng Luzon to. Sa mga baryo, maaga natutulog tao. Program natin, 11 to 12, gising po sila. Nagpupuyat dahil sa oras ng himala. Kaya sabi ko, Lord, salamat po sa walang sawang nagbibigay, nagsasakripisyo. Dapat nagbibigay buwan-buwan. At Lord, hipuin mo po yung hindi nagbibigay. Yung kulang ang pag-ibig sa iyo, kulang yung pag-ibig sa kaluluwa ng kapwa nila. Higit pag mahalaga yung perang nabubulok, kaysa sa kaluluwang hindi namamatay, at namimiss nila yung maraming biyaya dahil hindi sila sumusunod. Palagi po yun. Grabe po mga kagalingan nila. Napuno po ng kagalakan ng buong bayan. Idagdag pang doon po, ginanap yung gawain sa tabi ng palengke, auditorium tabi ng palengke, katapat kalsada, nagtatraffic, mga pulis, tapos iba pang mga opisyalis ng bayan para, kasi kinabukasan merong palengke day na tinatawag. Lakas po ng mic, ang lakas ng sound system, dinig po ng mga tao. Grabe po yung kagalakan po sa bayan ng Matnog. Ako po naniniwala, nakauwi na po kami ron. 3 araw at kalahati kami puro sa Matnog. 4 na araw at kalahati po kami sa Legazpi Albay. Nakauwi na po kami. Purihin ng Diyos. Yung pong ginawa ng Panginoon hanggang ngayon, pinag-uusapan pa nila. At ang sabi ng mga tao, bumalik ka uli, manunggad, mananalangin kami. Titingnan uli namin sa telebisyon kung kailan ka babalik sa Sursugun. Amen. Linipat po tayong Legazpi Albay. Puno po yung hall. Mas marami pong tao nung ikalawang araw. Sabi po mga himala, tinanong mo na naman mga tao nung unang araw, paano kayo nakarating dito? Ako, sabi ni nanay, 30 taon nang malabo, 2 kong mata, 30 taon. Ako'y nananalangin araw at gabi na dumating ka rito. Dahil kahit malabo mata ni nanay nanonood ng telebisyon, makarating ka rito at ako itong tuwa nung makarating ka rito sa answers prayer ako ngayon, 30 taong malabo mata ko, nakakakita na ako. Tapos mag-asawa galing Pilar, Sursugun. Malayo na po yun sa Legazpi Albay, Sursugun na po yan. 2 mag-asawa parehas malabo mata, 15 years. Nananalangin din po, makarating po ako ng bayan po nila. Gabi-gabi nanonood ng telebisyon, kaya ako po'y dumating, tuwan-tuwa sila. Ang sabi ko, Lord, salamat po sa nagbibigay sa TV at radio. At yung hindi nagbibigay, hipuin mo, Father God, hipuin mo. Nakakaiyak. Grabe pong himala. Bigay, nakarinig na naman. Mga bukol na tunaw. Hindi po naubos yung himala. At isa pong very remarkable po rito sa dami ng himala na yan. Na ako po'y nag-altar call. Hindi ko makanta si tatay, di nakapikit po tayo. Pagdilat ko ng mata ko hindi pa nga ako tapos magpatanggap. Nakita ko po yung isang babae puro na nangingisay. Hindi ko alam kung paano na-explain po yun kasi nakapikit nga ako Nakita ko lang po siya, nakakulay dilaw. Nangingisay po doon sa simento. Umaangat po yung katawan doon sa simento. Then, tinuloy po natin yung pangangaral o yung pagpapatanggap, pagpipray sa may sakit. Dami na nga pong gumaling, mga hindi nakakalakad, nakalakad. Iba't iba pong sakit karamdaman. Yung malabong mata, dami pong malabong mata, nakakita, bukol, nalusaw, bingi, nakarinig. Mga rheumatoid, mayoma, sakit sa dugo, sakit sa balat, lahat po hinil ng Diyos. So ito po kanya remarkable. Hindi naman remarkable in the sense na bago sa atin. Kaya lang meron pong sinabi ang Lord sa akin kung bakit remarkable At kinonek niya po yan nung deliveran sa Rojas, Palawan. Kasi nga di ba kinuwento ko yung may epilepsy sa Rojas, Palawan? Di ba hinawakan niya yung stage, ang lakas niya. Pero babakliin mo yung kahoy, ilang palapag po yun, tibay-tibay ng pagkakapako. Hindi po siya nasasaktan, ginaganon niya po ang lakas kasi nga poses po siya ng demonyo. Hindi lang isa, marami 22 years siyang poses. Hinahawakan na nga ng mga kapatid sa Rojas, Palawan, hindi nila mapigil 3 na humahawak, napakalakas niya. Ako nga bumaba ng ilang hakbang dinakma niya yung 2 tuhod ko, tapos babakliin niya. Talagang tama ko po yung lakas niya, pero hindi ako nasasaktan kasi nga mas makapangyarihan si Kristo nakatira sa akin kaysa sa kanya, pero dama ko po yung lakas niya. So yan, kinasaot natin, na-deliver, naglulundag sa itaas, tuwan-tawa yung pamilya, nung bumaba nga nilapitan kami ni nanay, nagpapasalamat, maliwanag na mukha, kinawayan kami, lumuluha sa kagalakang malayan siya. So nirimahin ako ng Lord doon, dito po sa kasong to. Hindi tapos na nga po yun. So bakit na po yung nangingisay po ron, umaangat. Sabi ko, kumusta ka na? Ikaw ka kayo nangingisay kanina doon. Babae po siya, kasama yung tatay niya. Sa ibabaw. Sabi ko, ano niyo po ito? Anak ko to, sabi niya. Sabi ko, ilang taon na po siyang ganito? 27 years. 27 taon na. Nagkaganon siya nung siya'y 2 taon. Sabi ko, ano nangyari sa'yo? Sabi niya, nung kayo po'y nagsasalita na, ay nga, nangisay nga siya. Tumumba ko, maraming lumabas sa katawan ko. Guminahawa ko. Eh siya po'y poses po ng demonyo ng epilepsy. Hindi po isang demonyo, marami. Kaya nga malakas Marami. Eh di tuwan-tawa naman po mga tao nagpapalakpakan. Pero habang tinititigan ko po siya, umiikot yung mata niya. At nangingisay na naman siya, nanginginig. Sabi niya, nanginginig na naman ako, tumitirik mata, umiikot na naman. So ang ginawa ko po, hinawakan ko siya, binigay ko yung mic kay John. Tapos kinausap ko siya, sabi ko, Satanas, tumingin ka sa akin. Yung kanya pong mata, umiikot. Kung wala ka sa Lord, sabi ko, kung yung pastor yung magdi-deliver sa kanya, hindi puno ng Diyos, tatakbo sa takot. Kasi yung mata niya umiikot. Eh sabi ko, tumingin ka sa akin, hindi rin ako kumukurap. Alam niyo, pag nagbanggaan yung dilim at liwanag, hindi pwedeng manalo dilim. Dito mo makikita pag ang isang tao ay malinis ang puso. Pag inaaya mo yung mga demonyong tumingin sa mata mo, at hindi ka natatakot patingin sila sa iyo, alam mo na malinis puso mo, at alam mo na ang makikita nila sa iyo, Diyos, hindi kasalanan. Umiikot po mata niya, at siya umuungol. Amen? So, kinasaut ko po, umatras siya, atras ng atras. May lumalabas sa katawan niya, pero hindi pa rin po siya malaya. Asaut ko na naman, 3 ulit, atras na naman siya ng atras, lapitan ko na naman. Salita na naman siya ng konti, masaya na siya, malaya na ako, maya, gagano na naman siya, tirik na naman mata niya. Nawakan ko po siya sa 2 ganito, sabi ko, Satanas, tumingin ka sa akin, huwag kang kukurap, tumingin ka sa akin. Demonyo ka, wala kang karapatan, talunan ka, sinungaling ka, lalabas ka sa salita ko, titingin mo, tinig ko, lumabas ka riyan. Pagkasabi ko, puno na islain, bumagsak. Tahimik po yung mga tao. Alam mo nga, pelikula higit pa po ito sa pelikula. Tahimik mga tao, lahat po'y nakatingin. Sabi ko, hindi patayan, buhayan. Maya-maya tinayo ko po siya, malayang-malaya na. 27 years. Mas mabigat po yung kaso nito doon sa demon possess sa Roas, Palawan for 22 years. Kasi ito po ilang ulit kong kinasaut. At yun po ang naganap sa Matthew 5 verse 1 to 20. Yung demon possess sa gathering, hindi lang isang beses kinausap ng Diyos yun na lumabas ka sa katawan niya, kasi liyo yan, marami pa ulit-ulit niyang kinausap yung mga demonyo lumabas sa katawan nito. Nung tao sa gathering, yun po ang nangyari rito. Amen? Alam na alam ko po, nung sinabi kong tumingin ka sa akin, ang Lord po makikita niya. Alam na alam ko. Eh yung mata niya po umiikot. Sabi ko, ako, lulukahin mo pa ako. Tagal ko ng trabaho to. At bakit ito remarkable sa akin, nagsalita po ang Lord, niya, anak, walang ibang nagpapalaya sa ganyang kaso maliban sa kalawalhatian ko. Mahalin nyo ang presensya ng Diyos. Kahit anong kasaot ng pastor yan, malibang puno ka ng Diyos, tatawanan ka lang niya. Baka duraan ka pa niya at pagsasampaling ka niya sa harap ng mga tao. It takes the glory of God. It takes Jesus' anointing upang i-prosent, i-paralyze, i-defeat, i-cast out ang mga demonyo, ang mga legion sa katawan ng isang tao. Amen. At ito po mabuting balita. Hindi po matapos-tapos pong himala ni Jesucristo sa buong Pilipinas. At sinasabi ko sa iyo ngayon, Malabon, ikaw naman ang gagaling ngayon. Ikaw naman ang lalaya ngayon. Ikaw naman ang mapapagpala ngayon. At ito sinasabi ko sa isa, talas mga demonyo, bad news, tapos na ang maliligayang araw mo ngayon. Tayo pong lahat ay tumayo. At walang gagawin ng lahat na may kasalanan, may sakit, may karamdaman, may problema, naghihirap, magulo ang buhay, ginagambala ng dyablo, isa lang. Come to Jesus. Come to Jesus. Lumapit po tayo kay Kristo. Dahil maya-maya po ilalapit tayo sa Panginoong Kristo. Sa totoo lang na nabig po ako naghahanap ng mga demon possessed. Dahil matagal na sinabi na sa akin, sabi niya, son, one day, I will give you this special anointing to deliver the possessed. And I went to kay nanay, sabi ko, naghahanap ako ngayon ng malalalang kaso. Yung malalim ang possession with this tremendous power. Oh, what a mighty God we serve. Pagtaas po tayong kamay. Pasalamatan natin si Kristo Jesus na karapat dapat sambahin, papurihan habang panahon. To receive glory, glory and honor, glory and honor and power. For thou hast created and all things created. For thou hast created of him and for thy pleasures we were created. For thou art worthy, O Lord. For thou hast created and all things created. For thou hast created of him and for thy pleasure we were created. For thou art worthy, O Lord. For thou hast created and all things created. For thou hast created of him and for thy pleasure we were created. For thou art worthy, O Lord. Mga iniibig, mga minamahal, Pilipinas Church of God, kaya po kayong bigyan ng Panginoon Kristo ng kapahingahan sa kasalanan. Sabihin, alisin po sa pagkakasala. Kapahingahan sa sakit at karamdaman. Ibig sabihin, pagalingin. Kapahingahan sa utang. Ibig sabihin po, pasaganain sa kahirapan. Kapahingahan sa kabiguan. Ibig sabihin, bigyan ng tagumpay. Kapahingahan sa lungkot, pag-aalala, pangamba. Kawalan ng pag-asa sa buhay. Kaya niya po ay bigyan ng kapahingahan ng isip, ng puso, ng kaluluwa. kapahingahan sa paulit-ulit na kalituhan ng kaisipan. Kaya niyo po kayong bigyan ng kapahingahan sa lahat ng bahagi ng buhay niyo. Alam mo, Pilipinas, ko ako sa iyo. Maging matalino ka. Bakit hindi ka pumunta sa Diyos, sa Panginoong Jesucristo? Kung talagang gusto mo ng kapayapaan, ng kaligtasan, ng totoong kahulugan ng buhay. Hindi ko sinasabing pumunta ka sa isang reliyon o magpalit ka ng reliyon o umalip ka sa isang samahan, sekta, fellowship, organisasyon. Hindi ko sinasabi yun. Ang sinasabi ko, kung talagang gusto mo ng kapahingahan, kaligtasan, katahimikan, tunay na kahulugan ng buhay, bakit di ka pumunta sa Diyos, sa Panginoong Jesucristo, na kaya kang dalin sa inaasa mo sa buhay at kaya kang bigyan ng kapahingahan sa lahat ng kaguluhan ng buhay mo na hinaharap at inaalalang magpapatuloy sa hinaharap at dadating pang mga taon at panahon. Maging matalino ka, mga kababayan kong Pilipinong iniibig ko na higit sa buhay ko. Maging matalino ka, Pilipinas. At ikaw naman, Church of God, bakit ka pumapayag na mawala ang kapayapaan mo bunga ng worldliness at kasalanan? Material na bagay. Bakit ka pumapayag na mawala ang pag-ibig mo kay Kristo at mapunta sa maraming bagay sa kung kani-kaninong tao? Alam mo na ang katotohanan. Magpapatuloy ka ba sa kamalian o babalik ka sa katotohanan? Pero purihin ang Diyos. Ako'y apostol, lingkod ng Diyos, na nangangaral ng kaawaan, kahabagan ng Diyos. Nang pagpapatawad niya ng kasalanan ng lahat, sinasabi ko sa Church of God Pilipinas, buong mundo, may panahon pa upang lumapit sa Panginoong Jesucristo. May oras pa para magbalik loob sa Kanya. Ang sabi niya, halika kayo, come to me, not to anybody, but to me. Not to any religion, not to any politician, not to any religious leader, not to any millionaire, to any billionaire, but come to me, to me, to me. And I will give you rest. Dala ko ang tinapay ng buhay. Ang sinamang lumalapit sa akin na hindi na magugutom pa. Ang sinamang sumasampalataya sa akin na hindi na mauuhaw pa. Anong ibig niyan sabihin, lingkod ng Diyos? Kay Kristo tayo po ay merong satisfaction. Masisihan po tayo sa buhay habang panahon. Will you come to Jesus today? Come now, Philippine Island. Come, nanay, tatay. Come, ate, kuya. Come, lolo, lola. Come, mga kapatid, kapuso, kamag-anak, kaibigan, kakilala. Come to Jesus. Come, come now. Pinahantay ka niya at ang pangako niya, He will give you rest. Lahat po ng gusto po ng kapayapaan, kaligtasan, kagalingan, kalusugan, kasaganaan, buhay na sigurado tiyak na puro liwanag, lumapit po tayo sa harapan. Takbo, mabilis, madali. Kayo po sa TV screen, sa website, sa radio set, tumakbang po kayo ng isang hakbang. Hakbang po kayo, tanda na kayo po lumalapit sa Panginoon sa LSN, sa Facebook Live. Sa inyo po mga radio set, come. Come. Lahat po nang naiwan sa upuan, iwalat niyo po ang inyong kamay sa kanila. Will you pray in the Holy Ghost, please? Everybody praying. Alam niyo, milyon pong nanonood sa atin at nakikinig nationwide and worldwide. Ang inyo pong mga panalangin ay napakahalaga. Will you pray, please? Pray, pray. Sabihin niyo po itong lahat ng malakas. Ama, salamat po sa gitna ng pagiging makasalanan ko ay minahal mo ako. Inibig ng lubos at ganap. Kaya ito po ako, nagbabalik loob sa iyo. Umaamin na ako'y nagkasala mula pagkabata hanggang sa oras na ito. sa iyo, sa isip, sa salita, at sa gawa. Patawad po kung hindi kita minahal ng totoo, pinaglingkuran ng lubos, sinunod sa iyong mga utos. Patawad po kung hindi ako sumampalataya sa iyong mga salita, sa iyong mga pangako. Patawad po kung ako'y naging makasarili, naging matampuhin, mainggitin, nagsinungaling, uminom ng alak, nanigarilyo, nag-abuso ng katawan. Patawad po kung ako'y nag-iapid sa sanlibutan, sa pisikal, ng ano na yan. Tinatakwil ko lahat ng ito. Patawad din po kung ako'y naniwala sa mga albularyo, espiritista, tarot reader, manghuhula, mananawas, pyramid healer, psychic healer, horoscope, spirit of the glass, toning, magic, gayuma, at mga orasyon na labag sa iyong mga salita. Tinatakwil ko ang lahat ng ito. Panginoong Hesus, hindi ko kayang iligtas ang kaisa-isa kong kaluluwa. Halika, pumasok ka sa puso ko ngayon. Tinatanggap po kita bilang personal kong Diyos, manggagamot, tagapagligtas ng aking buhay. Hugasan mo ako ng iyong banal na dugo. Pawalang sala mo ako sa guilt ng kasalanan, sa kapangyarihan ng kasalanan, kondemnasyon ng kasalanan. Pagharian mo ang buhay ko, ibigay mo sa akin ang buhay mo at kalikasan. Hugasan mo ako ng iyong banal na dugo. Dinideklara ko, wala akong Panginoon, Diyos, tagapagligtas, manggagamot, kundi ikaw lamang, Panginoong Jesucristo. Gawin mo akong alagad mo. Pangunahan mo ang buhay ko sa matuwid na landas. Susunod ako sa iyo at ako'y magpapakatapat sa iyo. Aatin ang gawain mo hanggang bumaba ka. Ako'y iyo at ikaw ay akin. Tinanggap ko na po ang iyong pagpapatawad. Malaya na ako. Anak na ako ng Diyos. Ito ko ngayon, binibigay ko sa iyo ang lahat ng kababagan ko, kaguluhan ng puso't isip ko, problema ko, karamdaman ko. Kunin mo lahat ito. Kahirapan ko, kalungkutan ko, takot ko, lungkot ko, pag-aalala ko, pangamba ko, binibigay ko sa iyo, Panginoon. Sabi mo, lumapit ako sa iyo. Eto na ako ngayon. Bibigyan mo ko ng kapahingahan. Dahil ako'y pinatawad mo na, ay pinapatawad ko na ang lahat na nagkasala sa akin. Ngayon din, pinapatawad ko na sila. Sige po, banggitin niyo po ang pangalan ng mga tao kayo po'y may hinanakit, may tampo, may samahan ng loob. Patawarin niyo po silang lahat. Sige po. Patawarin niyo po sila kung paano kayo pinatawad ng Diyos. Ganun po kayo magpatawad. Sige po, magpatawad kayo. Huwag po kayo magmadali. Antayin namin kayo ng Panginoong Jesucristo. Nagpatawad po kayo. Maging kayo sa website, sa Facebook Live, sa LSN, sa Radio Set, magpatawad po kayo. Oh, what a word from Jesus. Come to me and I will give you rest. What a promise. What a loving Christ. Come to me and I will give you rest. What a wonderful, oh lovely, so awesome, so beautiful, so unique Christ. Come to me, I will give you rest. Sigurado po kapahingahan sa Panginoon. Mentally, spiritually, physically, financially. spiritually, I will give you rest. Lagi siya nandiyan dyan para mga napapagod, nagugulumihan, naguguluhan. May sakit, may karamdaman, nangungulila, naulila. Just come to Jesus. He will give you rest. Pour out your heart to the Lord. He listens to you. Narinig niya ang inyong panagpuyang, inyong panalangin. He will give you rest. Kaya po niya, gagawin niya, ginawa niya na at wala niyang sawang gagawin. There is rest in Christ. This is divine rest. So what an honor to pass and to pray and to be with the Lord, to experience this divine rest. There is rest in Christ. Meron tayong katiyakan ng makalangit na kapahingahan. Come to me, Jesus said, I will give you rest. I will give you rest. Kung nakapagpatawad na po kayo, taas yung dalawang kamay. Ako po'y mananalangin. Pagkatapos ko pong manalangin, alam po yung sakit at karamdaman, lahat po ay gagaling. Kayo naman po sa Facebook Live, sa website, sa LSN, sa TV screen, sa radio set, susulatan niyo po ako, tatawagan niyo. Ibabalitan niyo po sa akin kung ano pong himala ang tinanggap niyo mula sa Panginoong Jesucristo. So praise God. At salamat sa inyo pong katapatan sa pagbibigay ng inyong mga ikaput mga kaloob. Diyan po, bangangawin ng ministry. Akin pong pananalangin, pag-aayon ng paglilingkod, pangangaral, pagtuturo ay walang bayad, libre lahat. Pero ang bayad po natin sa telebisyon at radyo ay milyon-milyon buwan-buwan. Meron po tayong 3 TV programs, 100 plus na cable TVs. At ngayon po ang atin pong radio program sa 16 na. Nagdagdag po tayo ng isa, siya po'y nasa Iligan, Mindanao. Makocover na po natin ang buong Pilipinas. Ang buong Mindanao ay makocover na po ng oras ng himala. Ng Lanao, ng Zamboanga, ng Osamis, ng Pagadian. Ang mga hindi naaabot ay maabot na natin. Ika-15 na po siya magsisimula po sa unang araw ng susunod na buwan. Araw-araw, alas 4 na madaling araw hanggang alas 5 na madaling araw. Sa FM station, 16 na po siya. Galak na galak po akong pangarap po sa buhay mula sa Diyos ay nagaganap. Makukover na po natin ang buong Pilipinas. Maabot na po natin ang Muslim area, ang Muslim community ng oras ng himala. Ay ba kayo natutuwa? Ngayon po, dahil ba't ako laging nananawagang magbigay tayo sa radyo, telebisyon. Andiyan na po bangangawin ng ministry. Magulag po kayo ng inyong mga ikapo. Sa TV, radio, mission at mission of love. O yung pong isipin nyo, maraming bigayan, pagpapalahin ngayon ng Diyos. The more you give, the more you receive. Kasi sama niyo po sa pagayon panalangin ng ating bagong radio program. Bakit madaling araw, man of God? Alas 3 pa lang po ng madaling araw, ang mga negosyante at mga tao po sa Mindanao ay gising na. Ang unang-una na lang mabubungara sa alas 4 ng madaling araw ay Diyos. Oras ng himala, ang kalawalhatian ng Diyos. Ang Pilipinas, ang Visayas, Mindanao, Luzon ay lalaya. Hindi pwedeng hindi. Pagtas po tayo ng dalawang kamay. Isn't God good? Isn't God wonderful? O bibigyan ako ng Diyos ng kayamanan, uubusin ko lahat sa telebisyon at radio. Mark my words, hindi tayo mag-iipon ng pera sa bangko, uubusin natin sa kaligtasan ng kaluluwa. Will you give now? Will you give now? You must give now, or it's harvest time. Napakalaga ninyo ibibigay. Ano man ang kaya ninyo, itinatanggap ng Diyos. Basta niya po'y buong puso, alisunod sa kaya niyo, mahalaga sa Kanya. Pagsasama-samahin natin yan, ipagpipray ko yan, paparamihin niya, para sumabra ng kailangan natin 5 milyon buwan-buwan. 5 milyon buwan-buwan ang kailangan ng Jesus Shield. Maliit na halaga para iligtas ang bansang ito. At ang church, maliit na halaga. Taas niyo po ang iyong dalawang kamay. Nandyan po ang baon ng ministry. Call now, give now, text me now, email me now. I want to hear from you. And mark this word. When you bless, Jesus is our shield worldwide ministries. You bless Oras ng Himala, radio, television, cable TV programs. God will surely bless you and will bless you again and again and again. Tawakan niyo po ang salitang yan. Yan po ito to. Taas niyo po ang inyong mga kamay. Oras ng Himala. Years ago, the Lord said, son, pumunta ka ng radyo. Magbukas ka ng oras ng Himala. At unang hearing ng radyo ng oras ng Himala sa DCRJ Power 810. Nakita ni nanay, mga demonyo sa second heaven nagbagsakan. Titigil ang oras ng Himala sa television at radyo. Hindi niya titigil. We are faithful to the mandate. We are not disobedient to the heavenly vision. We are not. As long as I live, I vow to obey God. If it costs me everything, I obey. Will you stretch your hands and thank God for oras ng Himala? Will you thank God for Jesus is our shield? Oh, thou hast created and all things created. Oh, thou hast created of him and for thy pleasure we were created. Oh, thou art worthy. Oh, Lord, keep singing. So soft, keep singing. Cancer, ginagapos kita. Leukemia, epilepsy, tumor sa utak, sa lalamunan, bukol sa dibdib, malusaw ka, matunaw ka, bukol sa matris, malusaw ka. Bukol sa gilagid, bukol sa gums, bukol sa atay, bukol sa bato, bukol sa abdo, mamatay ka, malusaw ka. Pinawawalang bisa kita pagkabulag, pagkapipi, pagkabingi. Pinawawalang bisa kita, diarrhea, sakit sa atay, sa baga, sa bituka, UTI, infection sa ihi. Pinawawalang bisa kita, sakit sa puso, mataas na blood sugar, I rebuke you, maging normal ka. Mataas na blood pressure, I rebuke you, maging normal ka. Arthritis, I rebuke you. Ketong mamatay ka, malusaw ka. Microbial infection, bacteria, germs, sinusitis, allergy, we rebuke you. Come out! Iwanan mo ang mga anak ng Diyos, huwag ka nang babalik sa pangalan ng Panginoong Jesucristo. Sa katotohanan, kapangyarihan, autoridad ng salita na Diyos, dinideklara ko. Lahat ng may sakit at karamdaman sa lugar na ito, sa Facebook Live, na nanonood sa TV screen, sa website, sa radio set na nakikinig sa LSN, lahat na may sakit karamdaman ay magaling na. Sige po, alisin nyo na mga salamin ninyo. Dilat nyo na po mga mata nyo, nanay, tatay, kayo pong lahat. Dumilat na po kayo. Tanggalin nyo na mga salamin ninyo. Sige po, dumilat na kayo. Buksan nyo na po inyong mga mata, tanggalin nyo mga salamin, ikurap nyo na po mga mata nyo, liliwanag na po yan. Hinga na po ng malalim. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Suntok po kamay. Dalawa. Taas po yung paa. Kanan. Kaliwa. Kanan. Kaliwa. Bend. Bend. Patalikod. Swing po yung katawan. Swing. Hinga po ng malalim. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Kung ngayon po'y bagong opera, buntis, nagdadalang tao, nagliliwag po kayong tumalon. Pero kung hindi kayo nagdadalang tao, hindi kayo bagong opera, hindi kayo buntis, hindi kayo hindi kayo nagdadalang tao, kaya niyo pong tumalon. Talon. Lukso mataas. Lundag. Suntok yung kamay ng malakas. Swing po yung katawan. Kaliwa kanan. Way po yung dalawang kamay. Sabihin niyo, Lord, salamat po. Lahat ng sakit ko, mula ulo hanggang talampakan, espiritu, kaluluwa, katawan, ay wala na. Ako'y pinagaling mo na. Malaya na ako. Magaling na ako. Sa mga sugat mo, ako'y magaling na. Palakpakan po natin si Jesus ng malakas. For thou hast. Palakpakan natin si Jesus ng malakas. Ay sama pong palakpak ng malakas. Everybody standing please. And all things created. Lahat po'y sumamba. For thou hast created all things. And all thy pleasure. We were created for thou art worthy, O Lord. For thou art created, and all things created. For thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure we were created. For thou art worthy, O Lord. So worthy the Lamb that was slain. So, sabihin niyo na po sa mga manggagawa niyo na pong gumaling sa inyo, magaling na po kayo. Walang babalik sa upuan, manatili po kayo riyan, magaling na po kayo. Sabihin niyo po sa nilang ano pong gumaling sa inyo. Walang babalik sa upuan. Sulatan niyo na po ako. Tawagan niyo na ako. I-email niyo na po ako. Ipaabot niyo na po sa akin. Walang pong himala ang tinanggap ninyo, magaling na po kayo. Magaling na po kayo. Salatin niyo po mga bukol niyo, wala na po yan. Ang inyong pong blood pressure ay normal, ang inyong blood sugar ay normal, magaling na po kayo. Magpasalamat na po kayo sa Diyos. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, sing it, worthy, worthy. 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 The Lamb that was slain. Yakyat sila rito. Keep singing.
Lingkod ng Diyos si ate po ay nagpunta po dito. Almost 1 month na daw pong sumasakit po yung kanya pong kaliwang tuhod. Napakakirot po neto. Pero kanina po purihin po ang ating Diyos sa buhay. Yung pananakit po ng tuhod niya ay pinagaling ng ating Diyos sa buhay.
Isang buwan na pong masakit po yung inyong kaliwang tuhod.
4 na buwan.
4 na buwan. Kumusta na siya ngayon?
Magaling na po.
Hindi na po siya masakit. Isipan nyo. Sige, talon. Talon. Sige po. Isa pa. Isa pa. Isa na lang. Hindi na siya masakit. Sino po nagpagaling ng sakit ng tuhod niyo sa loob ng 4 na buwan? Si Jesus po, walang iba. Naganap na po himala sa Malabon at buong Pilipinas. Palakpakan po natin si Jesus.
Lingkod ng Diyos, sila po ay magnanay. Si nanay po ay matagal na daw po na may sakit po siya sa puso, may arthritis po, malabo po yung kanyang mata, ganun din po yung kanyang tenga, at si ate naman po ay masakit po yung balakang at high blood din po. Pero ngayon po sa pagpunta po nila sa dako lugar po ito, lahat po na kanilang sakit ay pinagaling ng ating Diyos na buhay.
So, nanay, sabi niyo po kanina, salamat po Panginoon. Ano po gumaling sa inyo?
Nawala na.
Nawala na sakit ng katawan nyo.
Nawala na.
Yung mata nyo maliwanag na. Palakpakan po natin si Jesus.
Hindi ako makarinig, pero ngayon wala na.
Oh, bingi po ito, hindi makarinig kayo, nakakarinig na. Hindi ko po namin marinig, palakpak nyo. Yun po pala ang dahilan kung bakit kayo po nagsasabi sa akin, salamat, salamat.
Salamat, nagtawa na ko talaga salamat. Saan kami, saan kami.
You see that Philippine Island? Just come to Jesus. He will give you rest. Ano pong gumaling sa inyo?
Ano ko po, high blood, kasi kanina po sa
hindi na rin masakit.
Balaka ko po, ngayon nawawala.
Mula po rito sa leeg nyo, hindi na masakit pati likod nyo. Palakpakan po natin si Jesus. Ito po ibingi, malabo mata, masakit po yung katawan. Nakakarinig na, nakakakita na, maginhawa na po siya. Isa pang palakpak na malakas sa Diyos. God bless you.
Lingkod ng Diyos, si nanay po ay nagpapasalamat sa ating Diyos na buhay sapagkat siya po ay na-stroke ngayong taon po na ito. At bunga po niyan, lingkod ng Diyos, masakit po ang kanyang batok, masakit po ang kanyang balakang, at sangayon po sa kanya, mayroon po siyang breast cancer, mayroon po siyang ovarian cancer, at mayroon po siyang kidney cancer. Subalit ang lahat po na yan ay pinagaling po ng ating Diyos na buhay.
So, dami niyo pong sakit, ovarian cancer, ano pa isa, kidney cancer. So, napakarami. Kumusta na kayo ngayon?
Di na ko doon ako sakit. Di na makuha ko man sakit.
Maginhawa na kayo? Wala na kayo nararamdaman? Kayo po ba'y naniniwala yung mga cancer na yan, patay na? So, inuulit ko, dinideklara ko, sinasangayunan ko, sabi ni nanay na sinasangayunan ng lahat, yung mga cancer na yan, patay na lahat! Patay na! Ngayon ang pumalakpak ang mga tao rito. Sino po nagpagaling sa inyo? Si Jesus po, God bless you.
Lingkod ng Diyos, dahil po sa sakit na puso, si nanay po ay nahihilo. Ngunit ngayon po sa kanyang pagdalo po sa lugar pong ito ay pinagaling po siya ng ating Diyos na buhay.
So hindi na kayo nahilo?
Hindi na.
Gaano katagal na kayo nahilo?
Isang taon.
Ngayon po wala na?
Wala.
Maginhawa na kayo?
Maginhawa.
Sino po nagpagaling sa inyo? Si Jesus po, wala pong iba, siya lang. God bless you.
Si ate naman po ay nagpunta po sa lugar pong ito na masakit po yung kanyang likod. Pero ngunit ngayon po ay pinagaling po siya ng ating Diyos na buhay.
Kumusta na po yung likod nyo?
Okay na po.
Hindi na masakit?
Hindi na po.
Wala na kayong kirot na nararamdaman?
Wala na po. Nandito po kanina masakit na masakit.
Kanina masakit yung ganito nyo. Ngayon wala na rin. Palakpakan po natin si Jesus. God bless you po.
Lingkod ng Diyos, si tatay po ay viewer po natin sa TV at listener din daw po natin sa radio. Sangayon po sa kanya, mag-isang taon na daw po na high blood daw po siya. Kanina nga daw po ay halos matumba daw po siya dahil nahihilo siya at nanginginig daw po yung laman niya. Pero sangayon po sa kanya ngayon ay nakaramdam daw po siya, nakaginhawahan. Tanda po na pinagaling po siya ng ating Diyos
ito
na
po
buhay.
viewer po ng TV, sinari pa ng radyo. Gusto niya pong may mic. Sige po, magsalita kayo.
Nagpapasalamat po ako, Pastor, dahil kanina po talagang halos matumba ako. Sabi ko, Lord, andito na ako sa gawain mo. Samahan mo ako, bigyan mo ako ng kagalingan. Alam mo, Pastor, tunay na kanina talagang nawala yung gaugaan ng aking katawan. Sabi ko, thank you. Maraming salamat sa Panginoon. Alam mo, Pastor, talagang ang taong wala sa Panginoon, hindi naniniwala. Napakahirap ng buhay na.
Ngayon po, magaling na kayo.
Oh, amen.
Palakpakan po natin si Jesus. God bless you.
Lingkod ng Diyos, si Kuya po ay isang taon na po na namamanhid po ang kanya pong kanang kamay. Sabi nga po niya po kanina, marami na daw po siyang gamot po na nainom. At nagpunta po sa hospital po para po ipacheck up po ang kanyang kamay. Pero kanina po, paglapit nga po niya po sa harapan, humingi lang po siya ng tawad. Sinabi niyo pong magpatawad. Ngayon po nakakaramdam na po ang kanyang kanang kamay. Purihin po ang ating Diyos.
So hindi na siya namamanhid?
Hindi na po.
Gaano katagal namamanhid?
1 year po.
Isang taon. Ngayon maginhawa na siya. Palakpakan po natin si Jesus.
Lingkod ng Diyos, si nanay po ay bunga po ng telebisyon. At sa ngayon po sa kanya, siya po ay diabetic sa loob po ng 30 taon. At dahil po niyan, lingkod ng Diyos, masakit po ang kanyang batok, namamanid po ang kanyang kamay, ang kanyang paa, malabo po ang kanyang mata, malabo po ang kanyang pandinig. Subalit ang lahat po ng yan ay pinagaling ng ating Diyos.
Kumusta na po kayo?
Okay na po yung sakit sa paa ko.
Napakaganda pong sagot. Sabi ko, kumusta na po kayo? Okay na, ginawa na ako. Wala na ako nararamdaman. Sino po nagpagaling sa inyo? Si Jesus po, walang iba si Jesus po.
Blessing Testimony.
Napakabuti po ng Diyos. Tunay nga na ang salita po ng Diyos ay totoo at tunay nga na wala pong pagsisihan na tayo po ay nakarating po sa Jesus Our Shield. At bago po tayo nakarating sa Jesus Our Shield, tayo po ay walang-wala. Hirap po ang pananalapi po namin nung araw kasi gumagawa po ako ng relo. Dati po ay ang pwesto po natin ay nasa tabi ng buong kalsada, yung mga maliliit po na istante. Yung customer, napakahirap po dumating. At nung nakarating po ako sa Jesus Our Shield, unang-una po noon ay naghamon po ang tatay na magbigay. At nung time na yun, bagong-bago po tayo sa Jesus Our Shield, actually wala po akong naunawaan doon patungkol sa pagbibigay. Pero dahil sa sinabi po ng lingkod ng Diyos, tayo po ay sumunod. Ang pera ko noon sa wallet ko ay 500 na, yun lang po talaga ang pera ko. Pero hindi po ako nag-atubili, natakot na ibigay. After 2 weeks po mula nung nagbigay po tayo sa Diyos, sumunod po tayo sa Diyos, sa halaga lang po ng 500. Alam niyo po ba na tinawagan po ako ng pinsan ko na Muslim at sabi niya na ibibigay niya sa akin yung pwesto na nasa loob ng mall. Kaya ang pwesto ko po ngayon ay nasa loob na po ng mall. Hindi na po tayo sa labas, hindi na po ako naiinitan. Nagugulat po ako dahil sunod-sunod po yung customer. Wala pong tigil ang customer na pumapasok po sa atin. Kahit yung pwesto ko po ay sa loob ng mall ay hindi po siya nasa sentro ng lugar. Nasa medyo sulok po siya, pero kamanga-manga po ang Diyos dahil customer po ay lumalapit po talaga, hinahanap po tayo. Pag linggo po ay sarado po tayo dahil nga sumasamba po tayo sa Diyos. Hindi po sila nagpapagawa sa iba, kundi kinabukasan po bumabalik po sila sa atin. Kaya ganun po, yung mula nung sa kawalan, tayo po ay nag-umapaw po ng biyaya ngayon. At dagdag pa po nun ay, dati po wala pa po tayong motor, wala pa po tayong sasakyan. Ngayon po ay mayroon na po tayong sasakyan. Mayroon na po akong single na nagagamit po ko po sa trabaho at bukod po doon, mayroon na rin po tayong sasakyan po na 4 na po na gulong. Doon ko po nakita na sa tuloy-tuloy na pagbibigay po ay talagang wala pong sayang talaga. Naunawaan ko ay tapat po ang Diyos sa bawat pananawagan ng lingkod ng Diyos. Kung tayo po ay sumunod, tiyak po sigurado ang pagpapala po ay susunod sa atin at mag-uumapo po sa atin. Totoo nga po talaga ang lingkod po na Diyos, Apostle Renato Di Carril. Inahamon ko po kayo na subukan niyo po ang Lord. Sa bawat pananawagan, sumunod po tayo. Huwag po tayong matakot na magbigay dahil ang salita po ng Diyos ay totoo. Pag sinubukan niyo po ang Diyos, gaya ng sinabi ng Diyos, sabi niya, subukan niyo ako. At tiyak po, makikita niyo po yung kamay ng Diyos, makikita ko po yung katapatan ng kanyang salita. At kung paano ko po naranasan, kayo po mismo din makakaranas po ng dakilang bagay, ng katapatan po ng Diyos patungkol sa biyaya.
Sa lahat ng ibig lumago sa pananampalataya at mabuhay sa perpektong kalusugan, kasaganaan at tagumpay. Kumuha ng sipi ng pangangaral ng mga lingkod ng Diyos, available in DVDs at CDs. Kumuha rin ng kopya ng latest worship song compilation ng lingkod ng Diyos na punong-puno ng kaluwalhatian ng Diyos na may mga pamagat na Glory to the Son of God,